All right, and that's why you don't bring wooden nickels to a strip club. Welcome back for another episode of the Dark Figures Podcast. I am your co-host, Ryan, and this is my co-host, Robert. Robert, say buenos dias, Roberto.
Hello, everybody.
We're back for another episode here. What is this, episode 22?
22.
Look at that. We are here.
Wow.
We got through the blaze that was happening in this garage. It is too hot for the CPU, and take that how you want. But thank you guys to everybody who's liked, subscribed, followed to our pages. Thank you for the continuing support. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Trust me. Doesn't cost you a thing, and it helps out the channel so we can keep growing and keep bringing you some great and inspiring content and our guests. Speaking of guests, who do we have here today, Robert?
A guest.
I know. Who do we have here today, Robert?
Glynn Osburn.
Welcome, Glynn.
Glynn.
How you doing, buddy?
Whoa, what's up, guys?
Dude,
How you doing? Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
First and foremost.
Yeah.
So good to see you guys.
Good to see you, dude. It's been a while since I've seen you.
Yeah, dude, you're getting buff, bro. What's up?
I know.
You've been working out, huh?
Yeah, I've been.
I tried to.
Sticks are getting heavier.
Yeah.
That's
it, yeah.
I like heavy sticks, actually, when I'm playing on the
Like
drums.
Cheech and Chong, like you run with tree trunks.
Yeah.
I still don't know how he swung those around.
No, I still don't
I
know.
want to see him do it now.
Yeah, maybe.
At
I
his
bet he
age.
could, dude. I bet that old guy strength hits you at some point, doesn't it?
There's some about prison that just brings the youth
Oh,
out of you. You know?
I don't know if he went to prison.
He
I think
did.
he might have went to jail.
I thought
There's
it was
a-
prison.
I don't
It was
know
like
the
a
story
Was it?
very
yeah.
well, but
It was like a 4-star prison, dude.
I'd have to check. Oh,
Yeah,
4-star.
yeah, it's like-
They rate him, huh?
No, yeah, there was. They had like tennis courts and stuff. I was
Yeah, man. We had
rated this
quiche
on
for
Yellow
lunch,
Book.
man.
the Wolf at Wall Street guy.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
No, that's
No,
the
yeah.
actor who played him.
The guy, yeah.
What's that guy's name? I can't remember.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't
Anyways,
think of his
yeah,
name off the top of my
that's
head.
how they got to that movie though, and he ended up writing a book about it. Is because he was in the same cell as Tommy Chong.
Oh, wow.
And Tommy Chong he was talking to me. He's like, you should write a book about your experience.
That guy's
and that's
gift.
so he did. And then he ended up making the movie. And
Wow.
That's incredible. That guy's gift was winding up in the Slammer
No kidding.
with one of the coolest people in the world.
Right. Yeah. At a 4-star prison, dude, playing
on,
tennis
man.
and
Yeah.
shit.
Hey, what's
We had
this?
caviar for lunch, man.
I'm sure they got more than an hour of yard time.
The fucking smoke's coming up, dude, and they're in the car, and he's like, hey,
Yeah.
how fast am I driving, or whatever. And he's like, we're parked, man. We're parked, man. Hey, what's in that joint? It's dog shit, man. Whatever.
Got a little
He's
lavador in it,
like,
man.
yeah, followed him around.
Oh, well, Glynn,
Yeah,
how have things been, buddy?
good.
What you been up to?
Oh, man.
Didn't you play a show last night?
Yeah, we played a show last night
Yeah, where'd you guys play?
at the Cellar Stage.
Oh, so you're out
for-
tourist? Yeah.
Yeah, for Dennis over there. I'm good
Yeah.
friends with Dennis. The guy that
We're
runs
all
that.
good friends with Dennis.
You,
Yeah.
dude, you know. Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
are OG.
We know
Yeah.
Dennis.
You guys know him well.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck yeah, dude.
Dude,
Give me
yeah,
some for
so,
Dennis, dude. He's one of my best friends, actually. It's
Yeah.
crazy. He's like somewhere, you find these older folk, sometimes I was like probably 25 or something when I was just playing at that place, Studio on 4th. All
Right,
the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Right.
And I loved it over there, too. And I didn't give a fuck if no one showed up. And
Yeah.
I was usually there to try and, across the street jamming anyway. And
Right,
they'd be like,
'cause
hey, you want to play a show tonight?
We had that
Yeah.
spot. We had that spot that was right across the
Yeah,
street.
yeah.
That was yours or?
Yeah, I was renting that space in that old building on 420 Valley Road.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it was a cool spot. It reminded me of like an ice house type thing. I don't know.
It was used in sorts as stuff like that back
Yeah.
in the early days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
There-
old building, dude.
Yeah,
No kidding.
there used to be tracks that went behind it, and then if you walk around in a building, you can see the old doors on the side. They face Schnitzer steel now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or a fence anyway.
Right, yeah.
On the other
It's a, really,
side,
it's a good looking fence. So.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is, and that building is just fascinating. It's
It
been there, I
is.
think, since the 20s.
Yeah, you could tell when
Most
you go
of
in
that
there.
area
Dude,
is.
it's crazy. As soon as you get in there, though, I mean, there was old pianos like around. It was like a wood shop, so there was wood stuff. Artists were all in there. We were skating in there.
We were skating in there.
Yeah, it was like rainy days, and we'd be skating inside. Dude, the thing is huge.
I was fucking kickflip back tail in that box like 4 times in a row one day. I
forgot what we had. There was a rail. I thought there was a rail that we were skating in there.
I remember there was an early time when I finally, first kind of got introduced to the building. I was probably like, I don't know, 20, and there was some kind of contest, and there was like a jump ramp, and I think there was probably a rail. I think we all went because we were skating together a lot.
Yeah.
We were really, especially with the Eternal thing. Fuck yeah, Eternal.
Yeah, we were both on the Eternal team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This guy did when I was talking to my girl on the way here, and it was helpful because I'm like just remembering some cool stories and shit. Yeah. But I think the first time I met Robert Landers is at Stead Skate Park.
Was it Stead? I was like, it had to be Stead or Burgess. One of the two.
I think it was maybe slightly before Burgess
even open.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a long time ago.
Sean Pearson.
Oh yep, that's right. Because Sean was doing filming at the time.
Yes, and a lot of it too.
He's doing comedy right now too.
Dude, he's killing it.
He's fucking good.
He's been doing some amazing stuff. I gotta give it up for him. He had a couple of babies. They're adorable.
We were both. So we were looking for hospitals.
You did too.
Yeah, but this is the funny part about it. We were looking for hospitals, like where to go and stuff.
Yeah.
And so we were doing tours, and so we went to St. Mary's, and it was 2 people in the tour, and guess who it was?
Sean.
Me and Sean.
That's beautiful. Yeah. That's amazing.
It was me and Sean. We were like, yeah, we're both having kids, dude. He's like,
just saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're doing the same tour. I was like, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Wow. He never told me about that. I'm going to have to bring it up and talk to him.
Yeah, you got to bring it up.
I almost should have brought his ass down here, too.
You should have. That would have been a good story,
He'd probably show up if I told him to.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I'm like, you do what I say, motherfucker.
Yeah. You lassoed him.
And just say, we're also a similar thing to our you're and I friendship.
Yeah,
in a way.
I think you got a little bit longer time with Sean though. You guys were hanging out for a while.
Dilworth Middle School.
Yeah, and Robbie and
Wobby.
Robbie.
You remember his brother? Fucking is so funny sometimes. Oh my god, Wobby.
Yeah, I remember
that Family Guy episode.
I don't. There's too many.
There's too many to keep track of.
I remember that's what Robbie was like, or he's like, "Shut the fuck up."
I remember he was like, "Yeah." I went and jammed with him one time, and he was like, he really just wanted me to play Led Zeppelin. He just wanted me to play Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Please do it to heaven.
And I'm in metal bands and shit. I'm going over there, and I'm like, "You want me to play Led Zeppelin?"
What were you playing? Guitar?
No, I was playing the drums.
And
yeah.
he was playing guitar.
He was doing guitar, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I think I kind of remember hearing him talk about that potentially. I also remember, I mean, actually, Robbie, we got to a point where it was like we were jamming, and we did learn. I learned, what's that fucking song? Heartbreaker.
Oh, right.
Heartbreak. Yeah. And the guitar solo, everything. I learned it all.
Yeah.
And we were playing that, and I'm just like, eventually, it just drifted into we were doing stuff that was not that, and it was somewhat like it, but and he had like a huge kid at the time too, like a 12-piece kid or something. He double. Remember, he had 2 bass pearls.
Yeah, was it?
Wow.
Yeah, it was the pearl. Yeah,
yeah, 2 bass drums.
So you went the old style of having double bass.
Yeah.
Big fan of the drummer from Zeppelin, John Bonham.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say John Paul Jones on accident, but I love him too.
They have to fact check me every time we do this because I'll be like, yeah, no, it's that person, and I'm really convincing. I'm really convincing until they fact check me.
Yeah, it was Elmo back there,
and then
right?
they have to put it up there and be like, no, this is not what happened.
Oh man,
sorry, Iced Earth. Was it Iced Earth? See, I don't even know where I'm going now.
It was Celtic Frost.
Celtic Frost. Yeah.
Frosted Tips, baby. I thought about doing that recently, especially with the braids.
That would be
bringing
hilarious.
It back. Yeah.
Do it. Oh my gosh, that'd be perfect.
These tips, dude. Come
Look
on,
at your
girl.
fucking hair, dude. That's insane.
Wow.
That's how long I haven't seen you.
Yeah, yours growing out too. Last time I saw you, it was really short. I believe.
I lost my my barber, so I haven't cut it.
What do you mean? You lost her? Where did you leave her at?
Yeah, she moved. She moved to the States.
Oh,
so.
I see.
Robert has trust issues.
I do. I really do. It's really bad.
It's funny shit, dude.
Glynn, so tell us a little bit about your band, Post-Humous.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about the band.
Post-Humous.
If you were to tell people about what you guys are like or what your style is, how would you explain it?
Well, they heard they also heard a little.
Oh
bit
yeah,
of the intro.
What were you guys
in
think,
our first
you know?
intro?
I mean, it's hard for me to like put a. I leave it open for any potentials.
Yeah.
But I also don't take all the creative control either. I listen to. I mean, I think about probably 85% of our music. It comes out of Fernando on the bass.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're not doing a lot of it because when we were playing it, you were doing most of the writing.
I was writing everything pretty much, but I was also like I knew you could groove with anything.
Right?
So
Yeah. I mean, it was like we jam. We would just jam.
Man, we were having hella fun.
It was
bro.
fun. Yeah, it was a good time.
I'm glad we did that.
I'm glad too.
We really needed to do that.
Yeah.
Just as like whether it needed to be a band that did something or whatever, we as friends of skateboarding.
Yeah.
Needed that.
We needed that outlet. It was just that expression. That was the other side of us that probably half of the people we skate with didn't even know.
Yeah, and also we'd always had it since we were kids. The
Yeah.
music part,
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember your story.
Yeah. We talked about
sleeping
in the bass drum.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sleeping in the bass drum.
Yeah, sleeping in the bass drum when I was like 5. Yeah.
That was the coolest fucking story.
Yeah, the Judas Priest. It took me.
While your dad was playing it.
Yeah. It took me 20 years to figure out the song because I remember the melody. I remember the riff they were playing, and I kept talking to everybody. I'm like, you know this riff? I'm trying to find this song.
Yeah.
20 years later, linking up with Scott.
Yeah.
And I told him about it. He's like, oh yeah, that's Green Manalishi, Judas Priest.
What?
Yeah. I was like, oh shit.
The whole time.
The whole time.
Where the hell
That's
were
amazing,
you?
dude. You never know what kind of shit you're filtering through your mind. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And something that'll last that long, like just a riff.
Yeah. No.
Just a riff.
Yeah.
And I'm
doesn't
like,
take much. It takes one measure.
yeah.
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 Could be 3 notes. Could be 3 notes repeating. Could be 2 notes repeating.
Yeah, they
Could
have
be
that
one
game
note.
show.
Yeah.
They have
Oh,
that
yeah.
game show. What is it, like 5 seconds of a song and you have to guess the song?
Yeah, and you have to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that. I play that game with the lady friend out front of the house a lot. She'll put she likes to. I just, I'll play it sometimes, but I like to see how much she knows because she's pretty young. I mean, not that. I mean,
She's wow.
Sorry.
To clarify,
turning into a different podcast
26,
here.
and
Yeah.
I'm 33, and so there's a difference there. But that's the kind of people I gravitate to, is the old soul type of characters, man.
Yeah.
It's just, we've been here a lot of times, and I don't think that that's a joke. I think that that's something we just aren't really supposed to think about.
Are you
when we're
talking about
here.
the planet or Reno in
Just,
general?
in
In
both.
general.
Because you were
Yes.
born and raised here too, right?
Yes.
I know, me too.
You were born and raised,
All
dude.
3.
All 3 of
Man,
us.
dude, Reno guys, man.
Mike too, right?
Mike too.
Mike.
Fuck
hey,
Mike.
get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
fuck off,
You
Mike.
hot dog.
Yeah, goddamn Jose.
Why you did this, man? So my friend Misha, he's from Ukraine, and he talks like that.
Yeah.
Oh man, why you did this, dude?
Oh, you gotta meet our friend Jolty
Oh yeah, from Hungary.
from Hungary.
Oh, wow, that
His
is
accent's
cool.
fucking.
Dude, the accent shit's neat. It's fun. You can learn them right away if you spend your time with them. But
Well, yeah, if you spend enough time with somebody, you pick up on it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you still don't know where they're from, especially
No.
if they're trying to speak English. It's like- I have no idea.
Never know, dude.
Speak your native language, I might understand. Like,
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
or get it, at least know where you're from.
Yep. But I mean, I'm this kind of guy. I'll fucking stray off the subject quite a bit. But with this band, is very special because not a lot of bands have the kind of full creative control over what's going on.
Right.
And I was in bands where, I mean, we did this sort of the same thing when we jammed. We had we were just fucking whatever. Try it. We had this idea. Let's do it. Let's see
it's
what
a
happens.
puzzle piece. You gotta put it together. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
it's art, dude. You
yeah.
know, you paint it, and you're like, oh.
You don't get that a lot nowadays, though. It's more of a structured kind of thing.
Directional.
Yeah,
It's
like stucco houses, man. They're just like it's like
no fucking dude.
There you go.
What happened to the Queen and Victorians?
Yeah.
You pieces of shit over there. Fucking UNR.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys. Yeah. I'm pissed at those idiots over there for tearing all that shit.
I haven't been over there since we skated that spot.
It looks
dude, Lombardi sure ain't there.
Well, no, Lombardi left a long time ago.
You knew about that, but you remember also the force there to the wall over there at the Getchell Library in the middle of the campus. Are you familiar? You remember you did like some sick shit. You did like a kickflip down stairs.
Kickflip and then over the wall.
Over the wall. That whole building. They tore that whole building out for some reason.
What?
And put this other whole spot. There's a new spot there.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. There's a new skate spot. So I'm like, cool. But I'm like, also, that whole... The fountain part was sick.
The fountain, yeah.
Grinding the fountain.
Yep.
Oh, and your line, you did like a nollie varial.
I did a nollie manual like bump.
Yeah, yeah.
Into the fountain, and then a nose blunt bonk.
Over nose blunt.
Over nose blunt bonk. Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, Robert Landers.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was fun.
Damn. And
that was a rough spot actually. It was like in the beginning,
hard to skate.
in the front of the stairs. It was like it was so choppy in there. It was like
Yeah, and then but the building was old. Noble Getchell, dude, is named. It was built in honor of
right.
Yeah.
So you follow do you do the historical Reno stuff?
Oh fuck yeah!
I know because I know you follow that, dude. It's cool going through. I followed him too. Like,
I had to send you. There's one cool photo. Well, tell me what you're gonna say first.
Well, I wanted to notice you. Do you have any affiliation with that, or is it just like something you were like you're just into?
Have you seen that page, This Side of Reno?
No, I haven't.
This guy, Hagen Sandoval, has been. He's got a long history of Reno with his family, Mexican, I think Hispanic. I don't know. I haven't got the privilege to meet him yet, but we're gonna go talk eventually and talk about town. But they have this super gnarly collection of old photos, bro.
No shit.
Shit you like can almost walk into that fucking photo and just be like, my god, this was that.
Yeah.
That was this.
Yeah.
What the hell happened?
Right,
no wonder nobody likes this fucking place. It smells like shit, and the homeless people are pissed. You done tore down all the beauty, and you put darkness over the city where the sun doesn't shine at points.
Yeah.
Well,
isn't that crazy too when you look at a picture from somewhere that you're familiar with? You walk down a million times, or you drive down all the time, and you see it in the way that it used to be.
It is
decades and decades ago, and you're like, no way, that's what it looked like.
Dude, think about the freeway there,
or where the Rayleighs used to be. That used to be a dirt lot. Remember? I used to ride my bike there all the time. They had jumps all the way through there. That's how I used to ride my bike all the time through.
You're talking about the Rayleighs, the old one across from Burgess?
Yeah, no. That was
are you talking about out in the valley?
No, I'm talking about Pyramid and McCarran. Right here, the one on the corner.
Oh, right, that's right.
That was a huge dirt lot, dude.
That's
huge dirt lot.
I remember that shit a little bit too.
But yeah, also that one across from Burgess too.
Well, we skated the fuck out of that, man.
I know we skated the shit out of that thing, dude.
Sick, wasn't it?
We had a lot of good times there, dude.
Didn't I you shot some photos?
Yeah, we did the couch over the couch. We were messing with that couch.
Damn, that was tight. I don't know if that's still saved in all my.
I still got a bunch of photos.
Oh, dude,
I got photos of you too.
On me, bro.
I got you're
and us, actually photos of you and I too. Like I just it's cool that we've spent a lot of time.
We spent a lot of time, dude, especially in the skateboarding scene. Like we were always out. There was nothing like we were in.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we were playing video games all the time. We were just out constantly.
Yeah, we were always there, dude. Especially when Burgess first opened.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And when they raised the remember the day? Were you there for the opening day?
I was there before because I remember I was taking the bus. I had to take the bus from Stead because I was living in Red Rock at the time.
Oh,
so I'd take the bus from Stead
so you had
and
to
get
hitchhike to the bus.
And I remember Burgess was gated up. They had the gates around Burgess.
Yeah,
and I had to jump the fence.
To be done.
The concrete was everything was laid. It just wasn't fully set to where they wanted it.
wanted to just leave it.
No, yeah, I jumped that
week.
fence. Yeah, we're skateboarders. That shit ain't.
Dude, we don't give a fuck, dude. People were jumping that shit before it was even finished.
Yeah.
That's why the ramps are so fucking weird.
Yeah.
I remember.
I missed the rail that they had there. The first rail.
You killed the shit out of
that
rail.
I love that rail.
I loved
I learned
just like
a lot of shit from that rail.
Dude, back lips.
The back lips.
I've never seen that
and
type of shit on that gnarly of a rail, and that thing was not like friendly exactly.
No, it was
but
good
it was
size.
good.
It was
if
good
you get
size.
on
it was
right,
perfect.
dude. You feel good when you land it.
Yeah,
I 50-50'd it.
Yeah,
I didn't do.
And it was across
much.
the whole table too.
Yeah,
which was nice because you could get on top and just roll the whole thing.
You could haul. I mean, today I'd fucking gap the front lip it. Probably.
Yeah.
You know, I can still done some things like that. I can just.
Right.
It doesn't matter how old I am.
Yeah.
I'm just like. I will nollie nose slide that ledge.
Oh,
I'm fucking 33, bro.
All right.
And these kids are like, we thought you were 21.
Yeah, right, yeah. I know.
We're going to ask you to buy some beer.
Right, yeah.
I'm like,
I still can.
I'm not going to do that.
You get White Claw, little bitches.
Yeah, you guys get the wiener drinks.
Yeah. You're gonna
some Smirnoff.
You're gonna drink what I. You're gonna drink what I drank back in the day when I was.
Smirnoff.
You get some MD 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, you're out. Yeah. We're giving you this to get you out of the way for the night. Yeah. Just go to sleep.
Go sleep in the bushes for a while.
Yeah. Go sleep in the bushes, you motherfucker. This is old mafia town, Reno here.
Right.
But yeah, you know, and all this stuff we're talking about really is definitely relative to what we do with the music because as far as I know, he's my age, around our age too. He's about 33. And
what's he playing?
He plays the bass.
Plays bass.
And he does nowadays. He's get so hyped on the music, he's singing along with it.
That's cool.
Yeah,
cool.
You know, I mean, not that I did anything, but the way we arrange the lyrics, you know, I try to make it in a way where they feel like they want to sing. Because if those guys feel like they want to sing,
right,
the people will sing too.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, because you're pulling on something. You're pulling on those strings.
Take much.
Yeah,
you don't have to complicate it with too much technicality. I mean, nothing against people that do that. Like I was saying, I mean, I really just I can't believe the shit that you do on the drums. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like and Jimmy, like I was saying earlier, and Hector and even Victor, and shit, dude, everybody in that family has got music in their blood, dude.
Oh yeah,
I mean, damn, their dad's a badass over there at the Iglesias.
Oh yeah, he was signed by Sony. He was doing all that.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, he was doing
he was doing it big, pretty much.
Mariachi band. Oh, it's not a mariachi band, but it was that same style though.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that style, you know, in relation to the band. Like I said, I kind of let things see what happened.
Yeah, right.
And we've been playing for about 4 years, but me and Fernando, me and Cameron also, we all know each other from like the old apartments over there by the marina.
Yeah. Right.
And so with your guys' project, it's more of a like, you know, we all share the same passion for it and we all enjoy to do it. So we're just getting out there and we're just playing music. You know, we don't have this ultimate end game goal in mind. We're just out there just living it up, just having a good time.
Live it up.
Yeah. And you know, and there's nothing ever wrong with that too, you know, because when it comes to music, you know, there's people who constantly feel like there's an agenda to it. Like you've got to have this, where do I end up? And, you know, how do we get there? Let's drive this, drive that. And sometimes it's all about just, you know, we do it because we love it. We do it just to do it.
You know, honestly, most of those guys don't make it too far. Or they fall in love eventually. And they stop giving a shit.
Right.
I mean,
because women ruin everything.
Fucking A.
But the music's still there. the music never leaves. Like that heart
is eternal, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even if the relationship does come into play, the music side of your soul is still there. It doesn't leave. It doesn't ever leave.
No, you're always gonna think about it.
I mean, you're always thinking about it. Yeah. I mean, you're always listening to it.
You're thinking about a melody or something.
Or you're always listening to music. Everybody, I don't know anybody who doesn't listen to music.
Yeah. Even when you're not listening. Yeah. Even when you don't think you are.
Right. Mm-hmm. In your mind, like
there's something right up around here that's like you know, whatever your shit is thinking about. and it's always there. It's ever present.
Yeah.
Omnipresent.
Right.
It's pretty cool, dude. And it's special to have a link on it because, you know, with this group, these guys just, I don't know. It's hard to have that kind of mesh with people, and they spend a lot of time. We've been in the recording studio with Dogwater.
Yeah, right. That's right.
You brought 2 years now. Yeah,
really?
Pretty much. We started pretty much right before the COVID, and then COVID happened, and we got all that money.
Right.
And we're like, Rick.
Yeah.
And let's do this album. And Rick's one of the best motherfuckers to record with. He's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
He just doesn't do too much, and he doesn't
not
do
overbearing.
too little. Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Some people, which I make the song almost theirs in a way, go that extreme with it. But Rick is just really good and easy to work with, and that's what we're really excited about. Because, and it's good when you have like some of the ideas for when it releases out.
Yeah. Dogwater is a kind of a staple here in Reno.
Yeah,
especially for the Reno scene.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of. I mean, we've had a few on here that's recorded with Dogwater.
Yep.
So.
Nice.
Just recently too.
Just recently.
Oh,
we just were talking about them.
Yep.
He's just one of the easiest and best people to work with in that kind of setting, and he doesn't. It's not his main source of income, so he's
it's hard
reasonable.
to do that. Yeah.
You know. Exactly.
We all can't be Tom Gordon.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, Tom Gordon. That's such a name. It's like I don't know. It's kind of legendary, but
I've done 2 albums. Well,
oh shit.
So I did 1 album at Granny's studio, which was the last with Clementine's Night, that indie rock band that I was working with.
Oh yeah.
And then
cool.
we just did Subtle last year with Tom Gordon.
Damn it. That's really fucking cool.
Yeah.
So they're still doing it at that same building, right?
No, he has his own little spot now down.
I see.
Actually down the street here off of Greg.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to go take a tour of the building.
Yeah, it's cool. We played Atari a lot because he has Atari set up.
I'm gonna just go over there to play that.
Dude,
I used to have one of those, man.
Yeah, that's bringing Mike back.
What's
now.
the game? What was the game?
Oh, they had a bunch.
Yeah.
He had the whole like stack full.
That's sick,
we did a lot of the Tank Destroyer and like
that's a good one.
The originals like Pac-Man and stuff like that. Pong.
Everybody's gotta say it, man. Pong.
So who else is in the band?
Travis. I almost said the wrong last name because I know so many Travises now.
That's all right. We'll fact
Travis
check
Howard. You can call him Chief. Well, you can call me Chief is what he is on Instagram. And he's about 26.
Okay.
And the way this all started pretty much is kind of crazy, but me and Fernando were bonding, and Cameron was there. We were all over at Picnic Pub and Patio one summer, and Carlos, our other friend that's related to Fernando, cousins, he's getting married, or he's having a celebration for, they get engagement party or something like this.
Right.
And me and Fernando, we've known each other for so long, and he used to follow me and Cam around all the time with his brother and like skate around the apartments and all this stuff. So we had known each other forever. So it's just like we bonded so good.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about doing the music, sitting around the fire pit at the picnic.
Right.
One of my favorite places still, even if it's kind of weird now.
Right.
I still love the place.
Yeah.
That's why I like it, because it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's always been kind of weird.
Right, yeah.
That building is old as fuck,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of history, but not to stray.
It's like the Zephyr, though, too. The Zephyr was like that for me.
Yeah, Zephyr was cool.
And
back
Ryan Saloon, too, was also one of those spots that I would just
Oh, yeah. Is that still open?
Yeah, it's still there.
There's fucking food and everything over there. And I saw Infecto Skeletons play there and ate a cheeseburger one time.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Dude, yeah, they have. You got to get the right cook in there.
I believe you on that one for sure.
Yeah,
it's very particular, man.
Steve-O from
what is
Condemned
this,
Existence has a funny story about going in there and asking for a Reuben, and the Reuben looked more like a cheeseburger or grilled cheese.
Yeah,
and
like I said, it depends on the cook. You're
like, what Reuben is?
But apparently it's fixed now.
I always went in there and ordered Reno martinis.
Reno martinis, huh? I never had
Paps
that.
with the olives.
Yep.
Oh, is that what that is?
Mug, dude.
Yeah, big old mug, dude.
Damn, that's pretty fucking cool. I'm gonna have to go down there and have one of these maybe today, later on. I don't know.
Those staples though, like the ones like the Nugget too, where we get the awful.
Oh man,
rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Do they still do it at the Sparks Nuggets?
Yeah, but it's not the same.
I know.
And especially, it's not right next to the fucking
dude, all that
VSB.
All that shit down there, man. So one thing I wanted to talk about is we're gonna, I think, we've already started doing music that's specifically designed around talking shit to those motherfuckers for doing all that terrible stuff.
Yeah, what's that fucking company? It's a dude. It's a dude's name. Can't think of his name right now. Anyways, keep going.
That's okay. You'll come up with it.
Oh yeah, I'll think of it.
You're a pretty smart guy.
Yeah. Don't give me that much credit.
You're sort of smart guy.
I use crowns to write my name.
And you backlip and knee-high handrail. That's a long one too. That thing went like, what is that thing? 10 feet or probably, or maybe a little less, maybe 9.
It was perfect.
Dude, you could get on that back lip and stand there, and I was like, that's possible.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I did a 360 flip down a forced air. I could drive this rocket.
Right? Yeah.
Dude, for sure, dude. That's the guy you're gonna want to trust if you're stuck with him. Like, none of us know shit. You can 360 flip on a skateboard.
Yeah, you can 3-flip.
He's like, hey.
I don't know how to hunt skinned deer, tan leather, but I can do a nollie kickflip.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
No slide.
We're surviving the zombie apocalypse.
The two skaters get kicked off.
Yeah.
This edition on Mike trying to sound like he's our age.
Right, yeah.
two skaters get kicked off the island and start their own fucking island.
Somebody never played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater before.
I was nose wheeling.
Nose wheeling for days.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm being sorry.
But, you know,
I should have brought you a fidget.
Yeah, being part of this town for as long as you have, Glynn, I mean, you understand the way things have changed. And obviously you're talking about how, you know, the way you're writing and how it's influenced by what's happening around you here.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah, like I was saying, thank you. Man, this is awesome. I'm having a lot of fun, guys.
Yeah.
But
we can tell by your glasses.
Yeah, I know.
For sure, I just had
you
to, like,
love us.
I'm sweating my fucking face. I'm like, you know, but no, I'm enjoying it. It's good sweat. It's good. It's because of the glasses.
I'm having a really good time. I'm sweating.
You know, I was born.
I'm sweating like a jihad on a treadmill right now.
I'm gonna get you a turban, motherfucker. Don't look in your mail next week.
I'll wear the shit out of it. I'll wear it on the next podcast.
We'll both wear it, dude. I'll wear a turban.
Actually, it depends on how. Oh, dude, we should do
PJ
that.
Ladd wears a turban now.
Right? Yeah.
And there goes our disclaimer.
PJ Ladd, dude. Horrible, wonderful life, dude.
But you know, it's really hard because when I was a little kid, and you too, I used to take bus rides with my dad through Virginia Street and see the big rainbow like walkway above the tracks. Yeah, it went right over to there. Yeah. And then, you know, you got the Reno sign, you know, you know, they changed that. I didn't get to see that cool middle era one, if you will. The one that they donated and replaced. But you know, we saw the Mapes and Harold's Club, and I remember looking at the Harold's Club and thinking, because my dad was a painter and his paintings are huge and oil paints and really detailed, and the art sort of was reminiscent, but I didn't realize how I didn't know shit.
Right? You're a kid.
I didn't know how old that was. I was like, "You paint that?"
Yeah.
And he's like, son, played along with it. And he still does to this day.
Hell yeah.
When we're hanging out, you know, I did paint it, son.
He's still in the same conversation.
Yeah, dude. You know, he's talking about it now, I bet. He'll send me a text message and some words in capitals.
Right, yeah. That's how I write.
But, yeah, you know, so I mean, the Mapes, all this stuff, and then not even just that. Like, the most recent stuff is just these beautiful old motels that were been there since the 30s at least, maybe some from the 20s, and shit, some stuff
El Cortez.
Dude. I mean, that shit's the place across from the El Cortez
Imperial, or the church, or on the other side
across the street from the church,
the hotels or the motels. That big huge one that was right there, that had that
across.
pool.
Yeah, it had a pool and all this stuff, man. This motherfucker just It was like, get out.
You know, he bought up that whole fucking street.
Yeah.
I gotta find that guy's name, dude.
Jacobs.
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 Thank you.
Jeffrey Jacobs. Fuck Jeffrey Jacobs.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to tell you.
Yep.
I'm not happy with you, and I'm not happy
Neither
with
of us
Hillary
are.
Sheev either with what she's doing, because she's just letting it happen. And
But she's just rolling with the wave there.
Yeah.
And she wants to get another fucking term.
Money.
She wants to get another fucking term. Hell no.
I know, and unfortunately, we gotta really make sure we vote for that, because she's getting way more support than she should be, and it's probably paid for. I bet.
It's the blonde hair and blue eyes.
It's the blonde hair and blue eyes, and the
tits.
fucking and the tooties.
Yeah.
The tootie booties.
What was it? The titty sense. It's a titty sense.
Yeah, the titty sense. The sixth sense is actually the seventh sense is the titty sense.
It's an extra. It's one extra.
Yeah, because the sixth sense is well, what is the sixth sense?
I see dead people.
Dead people, I guess.
Yeah.
Bruce
I think that
Willis
was
did the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time.
Blew my
fucking
mind,
time.
dude.
The whole time Bruce Willis was.
How dare you do that to
Hey
me?
man.
Spoiler alert!
Yeah,
That fucking
go back to
movie.
Pulp Fiction, you ass.
Yeah. Those are movies that stand the test of time.
Oh, Quentin
and are
Tarantino. Even the new
excellent,
the
dude.
new Quentin Tarantino's though. They
I
still
love
have
it.
that.
Everything
They
he
still
does.
have that nostalgia from it.
Yeah. I mean, and I like how ridiculous, like Death Proof and like
Yeah,
fucking
I know. Yeah.
Kurt Russell,
Oh,
and
yeah.
shit. That was in Death Proof,
Yep,
right?
yeah.
The race cars and
Yep.
shit. The old rods, dude. The,
Yeah.
like fucking muscle cars, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was cool, dude. That
Wait.
guy does great work.
You know, it's funny because he was. I saw an interview online, and it was him a while back. I think it was in the '90s, and he was talking about Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs, and people were really talking about not only just. Of course, everybody wants to point out the violence that he has in his movies, but
Of course
he
they
was
do.
talking about the dialogue, and he's like, "Look, when you think about you watch most movies nowadays, the story just gets lost in
There
the
ain't
action.
no story.
It gets lost in the
all
effects
special
that
effects.
gets thrown
Yeah.
in there."
Yeah.
And he goes, and the reason the dialogue is so long in a lot of these scripts that I write is because it's storytelling. It's storytelling in a way that you don't see or hear anymore.
Yeah.
And if you think about when you watch like a '70s movies, those movies were so like the scenes were
dude.
long.
They were
and
real.
drug out, and it wasn't like a back and forth, cutscene, back and forth to two different people.
Stories
It
were
was.
Yeah.
Let's drag this out on every emotion this person can bring out in this 1 second, and then this person, and then back and forth, and then finally they meet.
But yeah.
And it's like nobody makes movies like that because everything is based on our attention span.
Yeah, but it's
You know?
the same thing as music. What we were talking
Totally.
about
Yeah,
before.
absolutely.
Isn't that weird? And
Yeah.
skating too, even.
Even skating,
At this
yeah.
point, I kind of look at the main thing is the internet came along and kind of like distilled everything and made it a little bit or purified.
Yeah.
Or even more disgusting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck, the internet's weird as hell, dude.
Yeah.
But, it really took away the skate video premieres and
Yeah.
like tapes and like same with movies. People in the theaters like fucking got Paramount. I'm gonna release this shit while it's in theaters.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Right.
You know?
You went with me to Minefield, the premiere.
Yeah,
Remember
dude.
that?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that was so sick,
Dude,
Rob.
that was such an awesome theater. Like
God.
when we went,
What was the theater? Do you remember what it was
It was
called?
in San Francisco.
Yeah.
It was,
and Joel Blazik and
Joel
Cameron
Blazik. Cameron
and
was there.
I feel like there's maybe
Carol Foster,
Carol Foster is right behind us.
Yeah.
Cameron was like shitting his pants, and I
Yeah.
turned around. I was like,
Brandon
Carol
Turner.
Foster.
Brandon Turner was there.
And he's
Apollo
super
Cuss
nice.
was there.
Apollo's was always around at that shit for
Yeah.
sure. And I even saw Dylan Reeder when I went out into the lobby coming out of the
Oh,
bathroom.
Dylan was there. Yeah.
Yeah, he was walking out of the bathroom, and I was like, there was like a counter or something, and maybe it was ticket counter. I don't remember. It was dark.
Yeah.
But I looked over, and I saw him come out of this bathroom with his, he's like, puts a hood on.
Yeah.
And you sneak out.
Yeah.
No, he didn't really like that kind of shit.
No.
It seemed
yeah.
like to me. I don't know
Rest
him.
in peace, Dylan.
Yeah, rest in peace. Skate forever. You'll be back. Fool's probably already in a baby somewhere. He knows it, dude. He's watching this shit right now. He's like,
That
I remember
theater,
that
dude,
shit,
that
motherfucker.
that theater was fucking awesome.
Wasn't
though,
it
dude.
sick
It was
in
so
the
cool.
video?
Just that whole vibe because everybody was just chilling outside. We were just
Yeah,
hanging
dude,
out.
David Gravet.
Yeah, dude,
and, like, all those
everybody was
different
there.
dudes were there. I feel
Yeah.
like Ellington was there too.
Yeah.
I think Cameron mentioned it, and then I mean,
Oh, and fuck, Brandon.
Brandon Brandon
Baker.
Brandon Baker.
He's from Baker. Brandon. Can't remember his
man,
name.
there's like dude. That was a while ago.
Yeah,
that shit
so
is
long.
like
Good
a lot of the
times,
OGs
yeah,
are still doing it with Baker, of course, but they definitely move on sometimes, and then you kind of like, damn, skating makes time kind of go by fast, but it's easy, makes it easier to remember time also.
Right, yeah.
I think that's what the benefit of being a skater and a musician is.
Yeah.
You remember time
Time,
better.
Yeah.
You know, that's why Alzheimer's people, they play them the music from that they recognize maybe from when they were youth, and they come back to like normalcy for a second.
Even if they play it though, so my dad's wife, her dad had Alzheimer's and dementia, and he couldn't even remember her name, but if you gave him a guitar, he'll play. Like
he's like innate nature that you have to do it.
Yeah,
like,
he was like
you don't. It's second nature.
It's crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
Like anytime you're sitting around like on the I mean, shit. I was sitting in jail and I was tapping one time. This was a while ago, and this kind of goes back to the band. It didn't start from jail, but what happened? I should get back to that. That was hours ago, I'm sure. But Fernando and I had really bonded that night, and we walked down and skated at the flat spot, and Cameron was like having beers at the Cal Neva. We had a beer with him. We came back out to the flat spot, skated a little bit. Nando, he could skate pretty well, actually, but he just never spent as much time as we did doing it. So he not that he doesn't love it. He really does. His whole style's kind of skater, which is everybody, it seems like. But Fernando and I, we needed to sober up. We had some drinks at the Pig, and like I said, Cal Neva. So we walked all the way up, and we were just talking about music. We walked all the way up California Avenue up there to the park. You remember that park up there, right?
Oh, yeah, yep.
Looks out over Reno
Yep.
High. And then if you look to your left, that's where St. Lawrence drops in.
Yep.
That's what I like to say about it, because it's one of the funnest little short, quick hills to bomb on a skateboard.
Into Reno High?
Yeah. No, not into Reno High, but into the neighborhoods towards town.
Oh, yeah, okay, so you're going left. You're going left.
Pretty much like this. You got the California, and then you got this weird, like, fucking turnabout fucking weird thing. And I don't know. Not
that goes to Kitski.
Yeah.
Or Keystone.
Yeah, well, it keeps going down, and then it goes to Keystone and Kitski, and California continues for a little while. But before you get down there across from the park is the one road that drops into the neighborhoods, the old neighborhoods up there. And that goes to St. Lawrence, starts right there and goes. Phew. So we walk all the way up there, and it's probably like 1 a.m. or something. I mean, it was not even that unreasonable of a time.
Right.
And it was, I think, a Friday. Like, everybody was out doing some stupid shit.
Yeah.
In fact, we even went to the Loving Cup that night, and somebody shot off a couple rounds on a gun and freaked everybody out. Yeah. And, Cameron was in there, and my friend Chris
Was it a
Wyatt
six-shooter? Smith & Wesson. Did he have a cowboy hat? He's probably from the rodeo.
This guy wasn't even a cowboy trying to sneak into the Old West. You're going to get fucked up in the Old West, motherfucker. Yeah.
You need your spurs on.
Looking for the suicide table.
Yeah. You're gonna drive.
I thought this was Virginia City.
You're gonna dry up in the desert, my friend. If you fuck with the Old West, you got to be from there to handle it. But and so that was just part of the hijinks of the night. That was crazy. But Cameron's fine. Obviously didn't get. I was like, 2 of my best friends were in there at the night, and I was like really scared at first, but they both were fine.
Yeah.
So we wandered up. I think that's maybe at the point where we started the walk up California. But we get to the top, and I bombed the hill, and we're talking about skating a lot too.
Yeah.
And he's, keep in mind he weighs a little more than me, so the trucks feel a little looser too.
Right, yeah.
And he wasn't really prepared for that. But I bombed it a couple times, and then he was like, fucking went for it, dude, and
Speed
ran
wobbles.
and jumped on, and he just got to the bottom and almost got it out, but he went out and slipped out and hit his head really bad.
Oh, shit.
And we didn't realize at first how bad it was, so I ran down there, and I'm like, are you all right? Let's sit on the curb. Let's make sure you can remember. You feeling okay? And he seemed normal, right?
Yeah.
So we start walking across. We start walking down St. Lawrence towards Arlington, basically. And I think we even passed Arlington but I'm not 100% certain because things got crazy. He was walking, and he's like, Glynn, I can't see. And he's like, couldn't see. His fucking vision went gone. And he was falling, and I had to catch him and carry him into this grass patch over here.
Yeah.
And I gave him some time, and he told me not to do it. He told me not to call the guys, but I had to call the guys.
Yeah, you got to call him. That's how Josh went out. That's exactly how Josh went out.
It's fucked up.
He's bombing a hill.
That's all it takes, bro. And if somebody doesn't get there in time, that's all it takes is time.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
The littlest bit is as large as the largest bit.
Yeah.
It's bigger even sometimes.
Yeah.
And so I told him, and he stopped responding to me, and I had his phone, and I called these motherfuckers. I'm like, yo,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Obviously, just hysterical, really scared.
Hopefully more coherent.
Well, I'm pretty good with those things.
Right, yeah.
Usually, I'm pretty.
I'm using sign language right now. I hope you could read me.
Yeah, my friend just hit his head.
Right, yeah.
And, this is 94.
You turn into the sales guy.
Welcome to the 94.68258.4.
I'm here selling Bibles.
KF, get the fucking emergency over here.
Yeah.
And they, I called him, and I was like sitting there, and he was out, and I was just like, God damn it. Like, I wish somebody was here to help me out with this right now.
Right.
In my head, not talking to myself. I was just like...
Yeah, because it was just you, right? You and him, right?
Dude, this is the strangest thing, because I'm not a religious person, but I understand there's an ethereal above value that we're still figuring out. But
we'll never understand.
Doesn't mean it's God or someone else. It's part of you. It's not fucking... It only exists because of your fucking idea of it. So it's you, really.
Yeah.
But in any case, that's controversial.
Yeah.
But I look up, dude, and this dude is walking right there, like young. His hair was blonde, and I think he had like a hat on and in a light blue tank top and maybe shorts. I don't know. I was like, dude, hey. And he came right over, like, without hesitation, like he fucking knew it was happening or something.
Right,
weird.
yeah. Well, you guys laying in the grass.
He was like, really, like, actually, like, I didn't know what to expect of this personality, but as he spoke, he was really, like, asking Nando all the right questions. And Nando, like, and I was like, he sat down right next to me on either side of Nando in this lawn, and Nando woke up. And he was like, oh, yeah. And this guy started asking him, what year is it?
Right. What's your
name?
What's your name? Where you at?
Where you at? What time is it? Whatever that kind of stuff is. And he got Nando awake, and then suddenly, finally, these motherfuckers, which is pretty quick. I'm not talking shit. They showed up
like
quick.
5 minutes, but it felt like an hour and a half.
Yeah. We're within like 10 minutes of the city, so it's like those fuckers, they got nothing to do.
Well, most of the time they're cruising around anyway.
They're like, any trouble? I'm fucking Batman tonight.
Right, yeah.
And I'm not wearing hockey pads. No, I'm just kidding. We're fucking Batman back in. Anyway, they came around the corner, and this guy, right before they like came around, he turned and looked, and they came around, and he looked at me, and he said, "Okay, I gotta go now." And it wasn't like he was trying to ditch.
I was like, was he running or?
No, it wasn't like.
No, but
he had nothing to do
with.
Here. He wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't. It wasn't like he was trying to get away from being responsible.
I mean, he got checked out, right?
No, he just left. He just went. He just disappeared almost.
What?
Anyway, he just got up, and I didn't even look anymore because I was so concerned with Nando. But the motherfucker could have disappeared right away. I don't know where he fucking even came from. And these people showed up, and dude, the Remsa, they were assholes, dude.
Were they?
And I got pissed. Dude.
Yeah.
I was getting pissed. And I was like, you need to fucking act like humans, man. Treat this motherfucker like a human. And all they're saying is like, hey, you're on meth and it's 2 a.m. supposedly. And I never done that shit in my life.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
We had alcohol like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
We're basically sober.
Right.
And these motherfuckers are fucking standing around, and Nando's like in his neck brace, and they got him, and they're trying to help, but they're being really, just
nonchalant.
Robots.
Don't really care.
They don't give a fuck. They're like, I'm making money tonight.
Yeah.
And anyway, he
They don't make a lot of money, by the way.
I know. Exactly. That's exactly part of it, dude. Is they're like, I'll take anything I can get.
They make less than somebody who works at JCPenney.
Sadly, that's why I kind of can't really blame them for how they act. I've also, have you been in? I mean, we've all been in a job where we didn't fucking.
Right. Yeah.
We're making some money, but we fucking really didn't give a shit what the fuck they guys.
Especially if you have to deal with people.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And especially at that time.
Yeah. And
dealing with all the drunks.
And basically, is it possible I could get another one of these? These are super good.
Actually, I need one. You want
me take a.
I think I'm good. Yeah. Oh, I love one.
God, man, I haven't had these in a while, dude. These guys are great. 805. I knew a father and son band, 2-piece. Son on the drums.
Yeah.
Father on the fiddle singing, and the kids sang too. Sometimes the backups at least, and they were sponsored by him. Thank you, man. All right. That was fucking wow, man. What? And they were sponsored by him, and I played with them a couple times. By my solo stuff, the Limbo State is what it was called, and it was exactly what it sounds like.
Earlier you were mentioning something about how you guys have great memories and stuff like that, and how music brings that out in people. And it made me think of something earlier, and I had to look it up a little bit ago, but we were talking about that, and it reminded me of Neil Diamond, who is he still alive?
I believe he is.
He is.
Yeah, I think so. Right?
He's still around. But knock on wood, right?
Keep going, Neil. Keep going, man.
Neil, has suffered from all kinds of memory loss, Alzheimer's, you name it. The guy is, he's getting up there. Yeah. And it's funny because his wife, has been his sole caretaker for the most part. And the one thing that, 60 Minutes, I think, did a whole thing on him. And he was about to do like this big old show. And they were worried on whether or not he was going to remember anything. The songs, how to sing them.
You know what? I know what you're talking about. And he did.
And he went out there and fucking killed it. It was like second nature,
Yeah.
But the moment, and it was funny because I think it was Lady Gaga who was doing a guest spot with him too, and she was like, "I'm a huge fan of him and everything," and she goes, "I remember going into rehearsals and he had no idea who I was, but the moment we played the music, he was just in it, and he remembered every lyric, every melody. It was like it was second nature,
magic."
And then the moment that we were done with rehearsal, he forgot who I was. Had no idea.
Yeah.
And then he did the same thing going into the big show.
Good.
But when he walked out on stage, he remembered who she was. And it's weird how music does that for you. You know what I mean? Like it's so powerful to think about the way music can inspire and the way that it can trigger, just like that, a persona for someone like Neil Diamond who has been around for decades playing music.
What is he in his 70s, late 70s, 80s even?
He has to be up there
now. Yeah. But
the fact that remember now.
For the fact that he can just walk out there and it just clicks, because if it had been anything else, it's like sometimes he even would forget who his wife was, and it was like, but the moment he went out on stage, it all came back to him,
right?
Like it never left, And I love the fact that there are.
81.
He's 81.
Thank you very much.
And it's things like that keep me going in terms of when you want to create anything, whether it's music or you want art or whatever.
If you continue creating, you can control everything.
Yeah.
If you kind of like, but everybody's different. But
I think it's what you're passionate about. When you have something that really drives your soul and drives you as a human being, and that passion that you have. Oh yeah, Parkinson's too. Yeah. So the big thing is like we all have that inside us, and some people take longer to figure out what it is that they're really, really, really good and passionate about.
Right.
But when you do find that thing, people like Neil Diamond, people like us who love music the way that we do, in the way, or even skateboarding.
For sure, it's all relative, and skateboarding introduced us to how much music, Rob.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't we drive around watching?
Always,
Lakai, fully flared, and Bag of Suck.
Oh, dude, I got so much music from just watching skate videos. It's like,
and inspiration. You don't even realize that you're taking that musical inspiration from it. As musicians, we're always like, even the skateboarders has this relativity where you always see skate spots, or you always see something, you're like, I think I could do this trick on that, and then you just keep going to work. You know, or
but
maybe
it's
you go back
something for yourself. Like, I mean, it's like, so you go to a spot, it's the same spot for everybody. Yeah. But you're doing something different on it.
Yeah. What can you do?
What can I do on this? Yeah. What can I create on this?
Or, what's new? What could be? What's something? And the spot will tell you what to do, bro. I did tricks at spots I've never done in any other place in my life, but it's because of the spot.
Yeah. Well, that was so when you were running with a big crew too, like so when we were running Help Us and stuff, it was like that was
I love it though.
It was like it was constant like, all right, so what are you doing on this? Because I don't want to do the same thing you're doing.
That's what I kind of felt, and we're both goofy foot. But we kind of skate similar, but we do well together when we're skating.
Oh yeah.
We have fun, and we're like, hey, let's try this shit together, shit like that, you know. But when you got like 10 dudes, some regular, most of them goofy, we're all trying the same shit. Then it kind of, in a way, it's good because it makes you like look outside of the what the fuck these other dildos are doing. Nothing against anybody, dude. I love all those guys.
But it was more like, all right, so if you got this on this spot, then I'm gonna get something on the next one.
Yeah, we talked about that shit a lot.
Like because we usually always had one filmer and a photographer. So that was we always ran with one filmer and one photographer.
Nobody was taking out a phone and filming.
No,
not at all.
No.
That was
we had the VX.
2007.
Yeah, we had VX. We were on the VX.
Shit, I still had a green screen flip phone back then.
Yeah,
dude, the DV tapes, dude. Sean,
I still had Snake on my phone at that time.
Right, dude. I didn't even have a phone until I
didn't
was
either.
Dude, until I was 20.
I had pagers.
You had pagers?
Yeah.
Cameron had a beeper or a pager or something like that. I remember being hella jealous because I had to go all the way back to my house to check in, and he could just page.
Yeah,
and I'm like. That's tight.
Yeah,
I hate fuck you for being cool.
But that's cool.
I used to use that the 1-800, call collect fucking hotlines. The collect calls or whatever. I used to use those to check in because we had the one payphone at my high school, and I'd go and be like, "Getting a ride from so and so." Click. You have a phone call from getting a ride from so and so. And they're like, "All right, cool, whatever. No, I don't accept. Fuck off."
You know what I just learned? You know what I learned that the kids are doing nowadays? Have you heard of swatting?
Not heard of this.
So it's a game. So it's in the gamer world.
Swatting.
You never heard of
like
swatting?
Sex shit. Is it weird?
No, it's not. So what they'll do is if they lose a match or if they get pissed off at somebody, they'll call up the police and do a bogus story of like how like, oh, I killed my father and my mother, and then they'll have the SWAT team go to their house. So when they're playing live, swatting.
So they're playing what games exactly? Yeah. What is the most common game that you think that maybe they do that with?
Oh, Call of Duty.
Call of Duty for sure. I was gonna guess that too.
Call of Duty or Fortnite would be my guess.
Yeah, take a look and make sure we're right, man, because I've been around, I've been everywhere, I've been in.
Yeah, I haven't played video games in a while.
I haven't either, dude.
I should.
All I play is Tetris.
I should have said Mario 64.
Dude, you know me, man. I'm an N64. I got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater right now sitting in the N64.
People have died from doing that shit. Yeah.
Well, that's what happened.
It's pretty gnarly.
They did that, and they gave the wrong address.
No, I mean, like, just in general, just kind of SWAT team goes in thinking there's a murder.
Well, they just fucking start shooting out rounds.
That's what happened. It's actually on Netflix right now.
Well, there's a
gotta get Liam Neeson out there to save those.
There's a talk show that's on YouTube that they were actually getting swatted online. Yeah, Tim Pool.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was online. Yeah, they were doing this, and
ever since I said that, and you looked at me like it was fucking like I was asking you the square root of something.
Yeah, the kids are doing it, eh?
Yeah.
No, but yeah, they were doing a talk show
weird
podcast,
to me
and their studio, just normal building, and was it their house?
He bought a house outside in New York. He's out in the country somewhere.
Yeah.
With property farm. He's got property.
Right, property. Yeah.
He built their own studio, and then someone swatted him, got his info, and swatted the shit.
Oh, bullshit.
No shit.
Yeah, they had the cops walking around. They're like, "Look, we have to do a sweep. We have to do it because someone called."
It's serious shit, bro.
It is.
And that's the problem with the internet, dude, is that too many people have that kind of power.
Oh, yeah, it's all right here.
It's that ability. It's not really
so
even
easy,
power
it's
at
so
that
passive.
point. It's just It's just this fucking snarky ability to do it. And it's not it's not a factor of whether or not it's right or wrong. It's, oh, well, I'll do this because I'm going to show them.
It's too easy to get your person.
It's too easy to fucking get that shit.
It's too easy to find all that stuff now.
But, you know, and that's the problem. You know, it's like, why shut that shit down just because you don't fucking agree with it? And I think there's too much of this, like, well, if I don't fucking agree with you, it's wrong. And it's like,
dude.
We just don't agree. And it's like choice
it's okay.
is starting to become black and white.
We lost that.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Things are different.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna start another business. I'm gonna start making rubbers.
So my dad called them
Landers rubbers.
Landers rubbers. You trying to lander?
Yeah.
Get a rubber. Lander.
Robert's
hardly knew her.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
You like it?
Her.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah. I'm gonna use
rubber.
I'm gonna use balloons. I'm gonna use balloons.
Trojan.
Yeah, Trojan can suck a dick.
You make a great commercial that's hilarious.
Trojan could suck a dick with Landers rubbers on.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a balloon.
Yeah.
That's
just a balloon.
Clap.
Can I get a giraffe while you're down there?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're in front of a live audience here right now. These fucking people just fell apart over. That was excellent.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Well, it's funny because when you think about music in that sense
Can I
too,
get a box? Can you sponsor me?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
When you think about music in that sense, though, I mean, we've already went through the whole parental advisory with Tipper Gore and all that, like the trying to
the D. Snyder,
you know,
fucking
back when fucking Zappa was killing those people.
Zappa did it originally, and then D. Snyder came in later.
Yeah.
When I discovered that I could find those videos and watch them, I watched so many videos of Zappa.
So the
internet, people,
the internet has its
crushing
the positive and the negatives.
Yeah.
But it's the mindset of I think it's boredom actually.
It's human. It's human interaction. It's the way the human gravitates towards it and uses it.
If I wasn't grabbing my phone, I'd be grabbing my Sega Game Gear,
which is no different than the gun control aspect.
No,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's all about the user.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's all linked together in a very
The internet doesn't activate
way.
Itself.
No.
Someone activates it.
Right.
They log on.
You have the
to
choice to not have internet, which
and
is what my dad does.
The choice is yours on what you do
Born in 53.
and use it for.
Yeah.
That guy is my biggest inspiration.
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
trigger control.
Yeah.
That's the one, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, and it all comes down to like the interesting how do I put it? The time frame of which you were raised, you know, I mean, when you're a kid, like, everything is really impressionable. And you build your life off of a lot of it. And some people, they go the wrong route, but they make it back. And some people go the right route and they make it wrong. You know what I mean? Everything, any variation could happen. It's infinite.
I've seen both.
Yeah, me too, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. And I've done it too myself. In my life, I've, you know.
Well, nobody's perfect.
No,
we've all had our times where it's like, oh, dude, why the fuck did I do that?
And you know what? We learn it if we're smart. We
learn from it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And the thing is what I learned from this incident. So, Nando hits his head. Like I said, those people were being almost evil in a way, and I was like, oh yeah, and I was like,
right.
And I felt big, but I wasn't.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say.
And this one blonde, like, I wore my muscle shirt.
Oh yeah, good.
I knew you were gonna have yours out. I'm gonna have to see if you could. Do you still do tattoos on the side note?
No. I got rid of my gun, but I want to get it back because I want to get back.
If you do that, I want you to do an Eye of Horus for me.
Okay.
On one of my shoulders.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have another one made over here. Maybe you could do it too, but I'd like to have like kind of like one that my dad painted one in a painting, and I want it over here, and then I want like a classical, old school, real, like, you know, just like
traditional.
Yeah, pretty much like. Well, I mean, unless I see some, I've seen some.
There's
cool,
heavy lines and some colors in there.
Yeah, sure. Any of that kind of cool stuff that you can come up with as you're doing it, like your ideas that come to you. But so back to learning from the hard stuff, which is, you know, I mean, I was raised by a special guy. My dad is one of the only people that has won custody over his child over the mom.
No, my dad was the same.
Dude.
Yep.
I think we talked about that before a little bit too, but
Yeah.
now's a good time to bring it back. And dude, that wasn't happening when we were kids. Remember when we were kids? It was like, it was like take the women's side.
Well, even now it's the same.
It's the same,
now.
right?
Like,
it hasn't changed.
It's an 80-20 split. That's what it is. So it's 80% always going to be mom over the dad.
That split has too much.
Unless
tobacco.
the mom is really, really fucked up,
where it's blatant and obvious.
Yeah, and that's kind of
then.
You know, I mean, not to bag on my mom, but that's like, I mean, we communicate a little bit to now, but we didn't.
Right.
With the internet, if it wasn't around, she wouldn't try to talk to me.
Right.
She fucking abandoned me and left me high and dry, but I got left with the best motherfucker I could get.
Well, I think you learn a lot from that.
He taught me that.
You learn a lot from that.
Yeah. I watched him paint and draw, and I listened to him play fucking, what is the song? Been through the desert on a horse with no name.
Dude, I was going to sing that when we were talking about fucking...
Really?
Yeah,
that's sick,
that's
dude.
Crazy.
Dude, Spirits Collide. Spirits Collide. Hashtag Spirits Collide.
That's right.
Make sure you put the SH.
Powerman 5000.
Spirits. Powerman 5000.
What is it really
that's going on here? I'm in a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game.
Yeah, we're rewriting it.
Yeah, we're bringing it back.
It's still in the works.
Dude, if we did that, like, fucking took one song, got together, we could do some sick shit, I bet.
Well,
Nowadays, because we're older, because we're amazing.
Yeah.
You're amazing. I'm proud of you, and I love your family and all this. I'm so happy for you, dude.
Thanks, buddy.
You know,
you're doing great, dude.
Thank you. I feel good. You know, life is
as long as you're happy,
easy.
dude. It's fuck with all the other shit.
Exactly, and that's why I do the skate. Dude, I write. I read books. I've been reading this book, Speaking of History. Like, I'm kind of driving off track, but I know where I'm going. Don't worry.
Yeah. You keep coming back, which is it's gonna be interesting.
Dude. I listen to a lot of Manly P. Hall speeches and Alan Watts and stuff like that, and I listen to the way they wrap around at the right time, and these things. I'll have to send you a couple. They're really,
I would
really
love to get into that.
So many. There's mystical ones. You like the one I hear about his theory on Atlantis. Manly was a 33-degree Freemason, and he did like maybe 9,000 speeches and wrote hundreds of books, and he died in the early 90s, but he lived for a long time. And dude, this lady, a mom, came into. So I work at a skate shop again.
Yeah, what's the skate shop?
Sierra Nevada Skateboards.
Yeah, so if you need a skateboard, go to Sierra Nevada Skate Shop. Where's it at?
That's over on Behringer Boulevard. 43 Behringer Boulevard.
Yeah, you get that voice, yeah.
Round the corner, not far from the A&W. The last A&W, my friends.
Yeah. The last.
Can you believe that?
Dude.
Speaking of that, they tore down for another car lot.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody can afford these fucking cars. Yeah.
Plum Lane one. I remember
that fucker. That's the old one, dude.
They used to do a shine and show and shine all the time. You know, all the old cars right before Hot August Nights would go on. They would have a show.
They still do it at this one over here. Yeah.
Do they do it over here?
They still do it over here, Barry.
That's cool.
I take my boys in the summertime when they
they have
when it gets nights out.
Yeah, because I work right there, and I see all the old cars parked out there, and the music is old music.
Yeah,
like old folks.
It's cool.
Maybe there's some of those fake. You remember seeing at the Hot August Nights the little fake bait like kids look. You know.
Yeah. Dude, my kid loved it. I've been taking him for the last 2 years now. He's 3. So.
Oh man.
And last year,
kids love.
Dude, he loves the cars. He gets scared with the loud ones, but
the loud ones,
fair enough.
But this guy, so we were strolling down, and this guy was like, he saw us, and I saw him coming in. I was like, well. So I started puffing up, right? What up, motherfucker? He was like 80. I was like, I'll knock an old motherfucker out.
You went fucking Kirby on him?
Dude, yeah.
You sucked him in and ate him alive.
He had a box, and so he had a bunch of Hot Wheels in there. So he gave my kid a bunch of Hot Wheels cars and stuff, and I was like, that was fucking... My kid was stoked, dude. He lost them the next day, but it was cool. It was,
I mean, he remembers that reward, and he will.
Yeah.
And whether he remembers if he had them continually or if he lost them, he'll remember that moment that he won in a way.
Well, it's just being in that
pretty cool.
environment where all the cars are rolling by. You got people just, having conversations.
And then, I mean, as weird as it is, too, like, they tore down the goddamn Silver Club down there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Stupid fucking giant
Is
amphitheater.
Oh, it's the amphitheater, yeah.
Just so weird, dude. It's so weird. And then there's houses and neighborhoods everywhere. Like,
there's people in the balcony watching shows. I went there and watched Kiss, dude.
Yeah, we went there. Yeah.
Oh, was that badass?
It was pretty cool. And
I was seeing Kiss.
I thought it was cool.
I'd never seen them.
I haven't seen them either.
It's hard because you say I went to go see Kiss, but it wasn't like the Kiss,
No,
Right.
it was. It was
like,
Gene and Paul.
Yeah, it was Gene and Paul, which is great.
Gene and Paul Jones.
But at the same time, it wasn't
Stanley.
it
Gene
wasn't
Paul Stanley.
the Kiss from the 70s and and all that.
Peter.
But
And they started it on fire.
Oh yeah.
The stage started on fire.
Uh-huh.
Are you serious?
At the end of the show, they started it on fire.
What?
Yeah.
How you gonna do that?
It's Kiss.
They could do anything they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But once you're in the middle of a show, too, the rules
No,
are out.
it was
dude. I
at
was
the
telling my
end.
guys last night. I'm like, the
You guys
rules are
started
out,
fire?
dude.
Yeah.
When we're playing, they're like asking me, like, because they confide in me in certain aspects, and they're like, what if we're not doing that? I'm like, just fucking keep going. Just keep going.
Yeah, that's what I liked about your playing, dude. It was always like, we're just gonna go, dude.
Yeah,
Doesn't
just
matter.
you don't have to always stop and correct. You might be doing it right and not know it.
Well,
Yeah.
live you should never stop and correct. There's
You
never a
cannot.
chance. When you're playing live, there's a code you
Dude,
live by.
big
Like you
pet
do
peeve.
not fucking stop. You always continue. If
Seriously.
you fuck up, you hold it out until you get that where
That's
you're
right.
back in,
Yeah,
and then
that's right.
you come right back in.
And every time I've played with a band, I played with a few bands. I played with a band called Tempo for a while, and we were kind of more of a, how do I describe it? Like a bluesy funk band.
Like a bluegrass type?
Not necessarily, just kind of traditional instruments and like drums, just a 3-piece at first.
Okay.
I played bass to start.
Oh, really?
And then they just wanted me to play guitar too.
Yeah.
So with 2 guitars, and Adam Springgob was the singer and guitarist, the main writer for most of it. I just kind of was like, I needed
like
to
a
be
fill-in.
I needed to be involved in something.
Right. I do.
was
We
just
get.
kinda
We all
coming-
get that. We all get that.
Exactly. And like I was really focusing on the skateboarding for a long time, but then
Yeah.
when I had injuries, like obviously
Yeah, because we get that age.
your music.
Dude, I was
You
25.
had to
and I
bounce
was
back
like,
the same way.
dude, I was 25 and I felt like I was in the skate world. 25 is like seriously like
That's
55.
that's
dude.
what I
It's
tell
insane,
people, dude. I'm like, dude, I go, yeah, I'm 33, but
Yeah.
in skateboarding years,
yeah,
that's
it's like 102.
1650.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm making up numbers out of nowhere.
But you also did stuff with Brittany Straw too, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, she
Dude,
just had a
Brittany,
kid too.
She just had a
Congratulations, Brittany.
beautiful daughter, I believe.
Yeah,
And she's just one of the most badass people I've ever met.
she
I
was
don't know,
always
dude.
cool. She was always
Like,
cool.
It was never like something where I wanted to ruin it with romantic ideas.
Right.
Because we were very close, and we're still very close.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
she lives well out there, and she's a dog whisperer, dude. She's a
Dude,
wolf
she's
whisperer.
A wolf. Yeah,
even.
she does the wolf
The
refuge.
U.S. Wolf Refuge.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I did a benefit
Yes.
for him when I was
I
working
was a volunteer
customary.
there years and years.
Yeah.
Nice. I've done it a few times too.
Yep.
Shout out to Brittany Straw, the
Yes,
Wolf Refuge,
yes.
and also Inline Academy. She is a dog trainer. If you need your dog not fixed,
If it's
but
being a little bitch,
if
you
it's
take it over here.
they're all like us, dude. They're different personalities. It's
Right,
not
right, yeah.
any different. When people are like, "Oh, their brain is tiny, so they're stupid," I'm like, "No, the
No,
brain is just a transmitter."
You're wrong. The
You're fucking
Chihuahuas are
stupid.
always like that. So
Dogs are
you
like
can't fix that.
dogs are so weird because you could have one Chihuahua that's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, humans have
Chihuahuas,
the
dude.
smallest brains. Not
Right
just-
there.
not you guys, but
Yeah.
me. I got mostly it's just skull up here, dude. I'm just kidding. But they could be so different, dude. Like you could take a fucking Schnauzer and another Schnauzer and say two of them let me give you a better example because I had this before with Pomeranians.
Oh, Pomeranians, yeah.
They're adorable.
They are.
I was
Big
on
old
it.
fluffy fluff balls too.
I was at 4th of July, I believe, and and at the time this was probably about 5 years ago, maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6. And I was with a girl named Kelly, and I was out with my good friend Chris Wyatt Scott, who was at the time playing the Suitcase drum kit.
Yeah, I remember that.
You saw that shit, didn't you? He came out
because he came in right after me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We had a show together.
We had a show at the Saint.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh
and
my
you guys brought out the case. Yeah.
That's so cool,
and
dude.
I was like, damn, that guy's a fucking genius.
He's a genius, bro, and he's made a couple of those, and we used it when we went into one studio where we didn't really have that great of an experience, to be honest. Not to get into the details, but we played it all, and he used the Suitcase drum kit.
Did he for a recording?
Yeah, and it was just mic'd in a certain way where, dude, that's a whole album I have to get into mastering.
I saw a meme yesterday, and it was a drum meme. So it said drummers playing at home, and it had like a 20-piece kit with fucking like 12, 15 cymbals. And then it said on tour, and it had this Suitcase drum set. That was the photo. And I was like, dude, I've seen that before.
Dude. Yeah.
It was the exact same thing he was playing, dude.
Got to get that Samsonite case.
Samsonite.
Yeah, Samsonite.
Way off.
I think it was a gray, like, 80s Samsonite suitcase he found and just built it up, man. But where was I going with that, though? We're Pomeranians. Okay, so this is almost completely unrelated. Well, no, it's not. I was on acid one night on the 4th of July with these people, Chris and his girl, and me and my girl at the time. And we were hanging out at that weird mansion on the hill by Reno High. You know what I'm talking about? The one, like, you go to that park right there.
Yep, it's
all funny how this shit wraps around right now, just to say.
Yeah.
But right there next to that park.
Yeah. It was because it was vacant for fucking.
Yeah, or we thought so, at least. We didn't know.
It was either that one or the one next to it. I remember it was up for sale for ever.
It was probably, dude, and his family was like, I didn't even, and I think that's kind of what I thought too. I was like, this is just like a
right.
fucking,
we'll find out.
This is just this is Reno.
We're skateboarders. We're jumping the fence.
This is Reno Stonehenge.
Yeah.
Hey,
right.
But fucking. We're over there, and we're on acid, and some funny shit happens. I don't do that shit very often. I prefer a mushroom if I'm going to do the psychedelics, because acids can be a little bit too much.
Too much, yeah.
It's just too quick.
It's going like 0 to 100 real quick.
Right. I always say acid is like...
right. Yeah.
And then mushrooms can be like...
It depends on how much you take.
Right, exactly.
We've seen that before.
Yes.
Very recently.
Sorry,
really?
Celtic Frost.
Sorry, Celtic Frost.
Oh, did that happen?
We had some of the podcasts. You should go back.
I got some episodes to catch up on. I'm just looking at starting with the first ones, kind of going through it.
Yeah.
But I had to watch Lincoln Skins because I like those guys.
Lincoln Skins I love those guys. Those guys are fucking.
We played
awesome.
with them, and it was like the best blend of two bands.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had it in a long time.
Yeah.
So
Johnny's cool.
Shout out to Lincoln Skins.
Jazz
is
fucking awesome.
And
Ray's in there, and Bud also just joined on guitar.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So they changed it up since I last played with them, for sure. They were at the Alturas with us one night, and I forget. I think there's another band in Carson, Hired Fun.
Oh,
Shout out to Hired
Fun, dude. They've been going around, dude.
Yeah. Those guys, you guys should try to see if you can get them on here.
We've played. Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit them up too.
They'll be down, dude.
Yeah.
They're fucking cool guys.
Those guys' energy, holy shit.
They're great, right?
Yeah.
I was like, it woke me up. I was like, I got to wake the hell up, man. I got to girlfriend, tie my braids, tie my hair in the braids.
I was sitting in the back with like tea and crumpets, and I was like, well, I guess I need a whiskey now. Shit's gonna happen. Okay, it's one of those nights. Thanks, Hired Fun.
Dude, those guys rule. You guys are great. And the Cryptilians, I love those guys.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in a roundabout way, we're up there and we're on acid, and it's like there's this strange atmosphere about it. As we were getting to the end of the trip, we went and watched the fireworks. It was almost worked out perfectly, but we walked up the hill to that park, and we walked over to the fence where that real old white house is.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And we're fucking watched those fireworks, and there was like it was just because you're on acid, you know, you're hearing all kinds of. I was hearing music in my head. I don't know if anyone else was, but
it was Jerry Garcia in my ear.
Yeah, and somebody says to me, they're like, "Isn't this kind of like? How do I explain how they say it? They say it.
Say it.
How did they say it?
Yeah.
No, they were like, there's like they. I'll just explain what they meant basically, because I can't remember the words.
Words are hard.
Word for word. You know, they are, dude. Actually.
Yeah, some of them. There's just too many of them.
It's like we don't need that many fucking words, man.
And I have to fucking remember music too. Fuck off.
Thanks to those idiots up there that decided, hey, all these Babylonians are talking the same language and building a great fucking utopia. Let's blow it up.
Right, yeah.
It's probably some old white man up there.
We're taking their tablets.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking aliens.
We're not talking about Samsung.
They probably had them, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet they're looking at...
That's from the aliens.
You know, had a different name for YouTube, but they had it somehow. I swear, dude, I bet they did. That's why those monuments are there in those specific places. But, yeah, and so... what I'll say is now they kind of like backtrack. Obviously, these guys are being the REMSA officer. One REMSA officer.
Hold on, you're skipping stories here.
What am I skipping? Don't let me do anything.
So you were watching the fireworks. Let's finish that story.
Let's finish
we'll go back.
You're right. Okay, I moved a little ahead of myself.
Yeah, they were saying something, and you were trying to figure out the word.
Yeah, and they were saying like, isn't this kind of like a strange precursor to a gnarly event, basically?
Armageddon?
They didn't put it in those words, but something of that nature, for sure. Or even Civil War. I got a weird, like, Civil War vibe, and I was like, how fucking old am I anyway?
It's because you're hearing the mortars going off. I mean,
just the way it looked, and the way it, like, shaped and formed as they were going off, and the things you can see if you look at them really, you know, heavily, which I've always...
Especially if you're on acid.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you're at the end of it, at the end of the acid, it almost gets more powerful at times, and then it's
yeah, because when I'm sober and I look at fireworks, I don't get any of that. I go, oh, shit.
I'm like, man, that's turn it down.
Really, I'm looking at the crowd going, God damn, I have to drive through this shit.
Oh, man, fuck you motherfuckers, man. Get the fuck out of here.
I gotta wait for all these fucks to leave the parking garage.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch this fucking 50 miles away with binoculars.
I'm gonna watch it on TV with my dad at his apartment. We're gonna have some beers and listen to records.
Right.
With the TV muted.
I'm gonna watch the ball drop in New York. Fuck you guys.
No shit, right?
That's what I do now.
Drop.
Yeah, I do that too.
It's pretty exciting when you know, it kind of makes it a little more exciting in a way. But, you know, does it really matter? I'm not sure if all time is now or...
I just always think of Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
When I do that, watching the ball drop, I'm like, Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs.
Lieutenant Dan.
What was it?
She smelled like cigarettes. She smelled like cigarettes. And he, like, sticks up for him.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Love you, Jenny.
I love you, Jenny. I may not be smart, man.
Dude, that whole fucking movie, Jenny was just a slut. It was just kept going back.
What's up with that? Yeah,
and then she was like, I'm dying. Let's get back. Let's get married now.
Yeah. She likes my magic
right,
shoes.
She likes my magic shoes.
Not just round, and I kept running. And I didn't stop.
I don't care who you are. That movie is historical.
It is.
Whether it's accurate or not, it's still historically.
The whole Vietnam stuff was actually pretty accurate.
Most of it was.
Yeah.
The political stuff and my buttocks and stuff.
That stuff wasn't.
You know, him meeting the president and that time frame and
bringing
in the Apple and everything, right? All that stuff was relevant, and it was an interesting way to incorporate him into it.
It was a great, actually, kind of piece together because perfectly.
I think it was one of the first movies to really wrap you up in what's real. Honestly, for the time at least. That was 1993 or 94 or something, maybe earlier.
Well, somewhere around there.
And films like back to films, they were still pretty good a lot of times back in those days. You know,
it's the first one that I've seen like where they actually. Well, I wouldn't say that. I was going to say it was somebody with a disability, but Rain Man was also kind of like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I like that movie,
but,
too.
I mean...
94, I was right.
What was Rain Man, though?
Rain Man?
19.
That's
That was
80s, isn't it?
that had to have been
89.
87, 89, 88.
What he did
88. And you know what?
I was
I'm
like-
the Rain Man. I was born in 88.
Same
so.
here.
Nice. Dude. Cheers to
Cheers
to all of us, man. Cheers
Yeah,
again.
cheers,
You know,
cheers,
let's
cheers.
bring it around. I might have to have one of those after this. You know, just to enjoy you
We
guys.
got your glass over there. We weren't sure what you were
Oh,
drinking.
dude, yeah. Well, yeah. I sometimes keep it mellow, but
We like to keep it mellow. We're just having it for
that's why I knew it.
bullshit.
We're like each other, so
Yeah, I know,
I'm
yeah.
like, I'm gonna have fun at this.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
But-
it's just about talking about everything.
Yeah, so you know, and then now, exactly. Who gives a shit? It's
Yeah.
just a conversation with
We're
real
just having a
human
conversation.
beings.
Yeah.
And this is, as much as the internet is kind of diluted things in a way in life, it also has expanded the possibilities of things. Like, so the fact that we can do this, we don't have
Live,
to go
yeah.
fucking apply for a show at the radio station.
Right.
Like,
With some fucking guy in a suit going, "Oh no,
you gotta be careful what words you use in there. You don't want to curse.
Or hey, yeah, we're gonna put you on at 3.
Don't
We're gonna
curse.
put you on at 3 a.m.
Yeah, we'll put you on at the top of the hour.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, great, you know. And then it's like, 3 a.m.
Yeah,
I'm like,
3 a.m.
nobody's even alive.
Yeah, right.
Not even
Yeah.
people that are alive
Yeah.
are alive at that
Yeah.
point.
Well,
And
it's
if
funny,
they are,
it's
then I'm
funny
mad.
that you say that because that was one of my thought processes too when we were starting this podcast.
Yeah.
Is you think about the outlets that you do have to kind of come on and just bullshit and talk about your band and talk about your passions and just who you are as an individual. And unless you're on, the radio station, which you only get a little bit. You know what I mean? I mean, they've got commercials. They've
We'll
got
cut it
their
out
agenda,
too.
they've got-
If you add extra, they'll cut that shit out for time. They don't give a shit if it's heavy or influential or what.
Well, not only that, but you're only getting people that are actually
Who they claim relevant.
face. Yeah, relevant
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're not really getting this, the underground where, I mean, everybody has.
Because going back to what you were saying about having the whole, when you have those conversations in the green room.
Oh, the
and you're
green
like,
room. That's where
the shit comes out. Or
Should've
when
called-
you're
the real
just talking
shit.
to the band as you're
should have
loading
called this
in.
a green
or,
room conversation.
You guys should
Green room
there's your next.
confessions.
There's your next podcast.
Yeah.
Call it that.
Green room confessions?
Confessions, dude.
Yeah, green room
That is
confessions.
it, dude. And you
That's a
let
pretty
people
good
smoke
one,
some
actually.
weed. I just had a spliff before I came here. I didn't
Get that
bring no
artwork
weed
done.
with me. I smoked some cigarettes here and there too, but I didn't bring none of that either because I don't really care about that.
Ryan
much.
smokes
It's just kind of out of boredom.
Ferns
Say that again.
in the background.
Yes.
Weeds.
No, we're
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
in
dude.
between two ferns.
In between two ferns. You
Two fucking budding goddamn.
We should, dude. I would love to get on
One
there
of the
with
red.
John C. Riley, dude.
Oh, dude,
That
you
would
should
be great.
Dude, you guys should reach out to some of those types of characters.
Oh,
Just
dude,
do
it'd
it,
be
dude.
hilarious.
Just see what happens.
happens. Dude, I
Like,
think it would be
Hey,
hilarious.
John C. Riley, you want to come hang out on our
Yeah.
podcast? Like, you never know.
In the garage, you'll love
Only.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
it.
That's-
Spa.
And he's in a big ass studio with
like a
air
sauna
conditioning and
in
shit, big
here.
ass fans. I can see the ferns moving in the background.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Hey, by the way, I think we're gonna have to fact check that, but it's Between Two Ferns is with Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Was it?
Yes.
That's the same person, dude.
No, it's
John
not.
C. Riley and Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, they're the same person.
Pretty close.
Fact check.
Yeah, pretty close.
I haven't heard
You're
that theory.
supposed to
but
fact check
I
after we're
identify.
done.
I resemble that
But
statement.
when you said that of John C. Riley, I started laughing because I'm like, he's so wrong about that. I gotta catch it in the moment.
I was thinking get John C. Riley on and do it in the manner of Between Two Ferns.
That would be great too.
That's what I was
He could
talking about.
We'll put a fake
You
beard on him
misunderstood
and
me.
everything and make him look like Zach Galifianakis.
Absolutely.
There you go, dude.
We'll just call
Saved.
him Zach Galifianakis the whole time.
No, but didn't
So
we should.
John C.
Galifianakis.
John C. Riley did do a podcast though too, right?
Fuck if I know.
He did that show on Adult
It was a
Swim
show
that was
where he was
absurd.
Yeah, he was like
I love that show.
yeah, his
dude.
hair's all fucked up. He's,
He's
in a
like,
suit.
he's like fucking an idiot. He
Yeah.
doesn't know what the fuck he's talking.
Right, yeah.
And it's just making fun of that whole entire culture that's
Yeah.
existed since TV started.
It's pretty much
It's called Check It Out with Dr. Steve
That's
Brule.
the one.
That's
yeah.
right.
Brule. Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Man, that's one of the
Podcast.
funniest.
That's what you're.
motherfuckers.
That's what
That's
you're
the
thinking.
one. Yeah,
of.
that's the one.
Dewey, you don't want
That's
no
the one
part
you
of this shit. What does it do? It makes sex better.
That's
You know,
two
and shit
fucking
like that.
podcasts in a row. We've mentioned
I know.
that goddamn Walk Hard.
I know, dude. It's a great movie. Dude.
It is, dude. It's so fucking funny and like, I mean, it's just a bright side take on the fucking Johnny Cash thing.
It is.
Which
Yeah.
is a heavy film.
Yeah.
And story.
Yeah, we should do a walk hard watch party. That would be great.
Oh, that would be cool.
Shout out to John C. Riley.
Damn
Walk
straight.
hard.
I like
Send
him.
me some
John C. Reilly.
DVDs
Hit
and a
us up.
VHS tape.
I want to ask him how was it getting Tom Cruise laid? That was
Was that Tropic Thunder?
no, it was not Tropic Thunder. It was Thunder. Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that one yet.
I think that was one
But
of his first films.
Really?
No. Tom Cruise or John
No,
C.
no,
Riley?
not Tom Cruise. John C.
Fuck
Riley.
Tom Cruise. He's a Scientology.
Are you talking about Talladega
Just kidding.
Nights?
No, wait.
I shouldn't have
John
said
C.
that in
Riley was
public.
also in that, but his first one was Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise.
That was
That's
his
what.
first movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. How was it getting Tom Cruise late? Because never mind, you haven't seen the movie.
Yeah,
I've seen
exactly.
Both.
Oh, well, this
Then
guy
how
knows
how
his
do you
shit.
not know what I'm fucking talking about?
I don't know if you're talking about Zach Galifianakis or fucking John C. Riley.
What did I say?
Zach Galifianakis. Ryan.
What did I
Yeah,
say?
he was in Days of Thunder. That was 1990.
Wow.
Yeah, 1990.
So
It was a
haven't
serious
even
role,
seen
too.
that. I'm
He
gonna
was
have to
well.
find
He was
that.
in Casualties of War in '89
He's been in a lot of
with
movies.
Sean Penn and
Oh, really?
He's got a
Back
huge
to the
list.
Future.
You're
Michael
right,
J.
dude.
Fox.
Oh,
Michael
my-
J. Fox.
Yeah.
Another guy with
He was in
Parkinson's.
Back to the Future?
No.
Michael
He-
J. Fox.
He was in a movie with Michael J.
Yeah,
Fox.
yeah.
You know who's weird is that guy in Back to the Future. His dad that plays his. I can't remember. He cuts
George McFly.
George McFly,
Oh, yeah,
but he
he's
was
like-
also in
Willard.
a Hot Tub Time Machine.
Hot tub. Yeah.
Where he
Hot
cuts
Tub
off
Time
his arm.
Machine.
You're gonna lose that arm.
You're gonna lose that arm. Oh, here it goes. Here it goes.
It's like, oh man, Chevy Chase is fucking.
Oh, that was in the second one. Oh no,
he
it
was
was
in
the
the
first
first,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, it was in the first one. Sorry.
Fucking funny movie, dude. I actually wish that would happen to me in real life. But
We
I
get
would
in a hot
love.
tub and you fucking
Dude.
zoom.
And then you go back in time when
Yeah.
you get out, and you're like, they're looking down and seeing cassette tapes and swishy, like shine. You know, remember the swishy kind of shiny, athletic wear of the '80s that people wore, like the little tight. I don't know. It's like it's
The spandex.
yeah. Well, it's got the spandex band at the bottom and the waistband, and it's I don't know. How do you explain that
All
style?
right, so say you
You've
got
been around a little longer
say
than
you
me.
went back into time, like say it was like hot tub time machine type. But anyways, you got sent
Yeah.
back into time, but instead of being young like how they were, you were the same age you were when you got put in the hot tub.
yeah.
Like, so you're
went
older.
back the
You're,
same.
you went back in time, but you were the same age you were when you went into the hot tub.
Wait, so you're just,
Yeah.
you suddenly, for everyone at that time,
You just
suddenly-
teleport then?
So you're
suddenly
older,
aged
but
30 years?
yeah, you
So-
aged and nobody knows you, but you're in the same time, like back in
Oh,
the.
you probably end up in prison real fucking quick.
I think it'd be more like what
No,
the
dude,
You just
you
appear
you
in a
go
nice
back
classroom.
before
Yeah, but-
Google.
But would you end up like your parents? Like, oh shit, was I really fucking doing
You
that?
might want to be
Oh,
careful
man.
with that kind
You
of
could
shit,
get
but
shot. Like your dad walks in.
What the fuck were you doing? What are you doing?
you know what? I have a theory.
30-year-old man in your own room, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just
You know what I'm
teleport back
saying?
to wherever you were as a fucking teenager.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you're a 48-year-old man. Yeah, you're probably going to jail for pedophilia or fucking getting shot.
No, you're
for
not. You're gonna turn into Big, dude. You're gonna be.
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
That's not how that works.
That's a big. That's the movie.
Well, remember
Big,
in the
though.
movie, remember that kid
I love that
went
movie.
with him too, and
I was
he
a
was
kid.
never even born yet.
So we stayed the same.
So
He stayed the same. Yeah.
But everybody else went back to their old actual high school look.
Yeah, when
how
they were
looked
younger.
Then.
Then yeah, he should have been like a fucking sperm.
Yeah, he should have been a sperm.
Right. So that's
He's
where
like
that's
on
where
the
they
ground
fucked
and
up.
he gets
That's,
stepped on.
Anything.
that's just bad writing.
Bad writing.
That's just bad writing. Now that I think about it, no, you guys are gonna fuck up that movie for me.
There's
Let's
a
move
lot
on.
of technicalities.
We're moving on.
Well, there's a lot of technicalities.
John C.
that
Riley
we-
was in that one too.
He,
Everything had John C. Riley in it.
You know what?
Riley's
I'm gonna
Alpha
find out.
Atlas And Celtic Frost, I think, were in that.
yeah,
yeah.
Band.
They were the band playing
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
so cool.
at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy was,
Yeah.
fucking animals.
I
Yeah,
love
we're all
it,
getting
man.
fucked up.
Oh,
Anyways,
Our knowledge of movies is good.
we're having
Yeah.
fun.
so I wanted to go kind of back.
Oh, yeah.
Like how
The
how'd
Back to
you-
the Band
I
thing.
want to go
right?
back to the future with you, Glenn.
Well, we're going.
Let's go,
There's
man.
no roads.
So music, because when I first met you, we were skateboarders. We didn't know really too much.
We didn't really know
each other like outside of that. That was it. But how'd you get into music? Did your dad play, or?
He did play a little bit, and he would play certain songs like I was been through the desert on a horse, Neil Young songs and stuff, and some Eagles stuff, and some songs that and he could sing, man. I mean, he sounded like he doesn't even know it. I recorded it once while he was doing it without him knowing. I think I still got it somewhere. I wish I had it with me,
perfect.
but you know, he could do it. But he was more like he could read it and figure that out, but he wasn't like the ear guy, you know.
More methodical on it.
It was more a little
into like,
the
actual writing,
the tablature and shit. But at an early, I mean, he always had an acoustic guitar laying around somewhere.
Right.
And I was, like I said, I have half brothers and a half sister and stuff. But they went on their own journey with my mom or whatever they did.
Right.
And I was basically raised as an only child with just me and my dad. So, you know, and I was a different kind of kid than the rest of the kids, too. I was just weirder and fucking could, like, say words and stuff.
Yeah.
Some people just
that is weird.
Barely talk, and I was like, what the hell's going on?
Right.
You know, I'd get paid. My dad told me recently, he's like, son, you made me money on the bus when you were a kid. People would make you say Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And you're like 3, and they're just, here's fucking $5.
I was like, what you guys have a tip jar set up? Like,
busking
I don't know, man.
How long does this ride?
Back in the city, man.
It was like New York on the subway.
Yeah, dude. Oh, shit. Yeah. But, you know, so he always had music around, and since day one, obviously, like, the first film I ever saw in theaters was the Doors movie at the old. Remember?
Val?
Yeah. Do you guys remember the old Century that used to be where the Peppermill
parking lot?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
That's how Batman Returns.
Isn't it still there?
No, it's all parking lot now.
Bro.
You're fucking kidding me.
There was the domes.
I need to get out more.
The domes,
fucked
man.
Up? Maybe you shouldn't, honestly. No, but you know what's fucked up is they could have left it, and they would have had still probably the room to leave it. And people would go there as a historic fucking tourist attraction. Like, oh shit, the first century theater. Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, I saw Batman Returns there.
That's
nice.
crazy.
Penguin and Catwoman, that one with Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember walking.
That was still
into
Tim Burton.
theater.
That was Tim Burton's last Batman film.
Yep.
Second one they
The
made
second one,
that was worth it. Shit.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
Yeah, all the
nothing
Tim
against
Burton
Adam
ones.
West.
Yeah.
He was funny.
Or Val playing Batman.
Val Kilmer killed it.
He said he fucking hated that. He
Really?
hated doing that movie.
Yeah, he hated that role.
Did
He
you guys
hated
watch
that
that documentary he
I
did?
did. I did.
Should I watch it?
Watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, because he goes into that and stuff too. It's a little.
The guy used to
It's
carry
dark,
a camera
dude.
all
It's dark
the time.
too. Yeah, so
he documented everything he ever did for the most part.
Yeah,
He was
He was doing-
obsessed with
he was doing
what
a-
he was able to do. You
I
know,
love
he
that.
loved the fact that he had this opportunity.
Yeah, but he had the same thing, like the backstage stuff, like when he was with Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
And,
Shit.
dude! And
Like
it's
intimate moments.
Yeah,
huh?
like this backstage stuff that nobody else sees.
Yeah.
It's cool to actually get to be able to see
Thank
that.
God he did that shit, dude.
And Sean Penn, it was Kevin
Sean
Bacon
Penn,
and Sean
too?
Penn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Young, really
Sean
young.
Penn is one of my favorite people in the world. I don't know why exactly. Obviously, I love what he's done. All of his work, like, dude, those guys are fine.
Those guys are
Best
fine. I love that movie.
That guy is just in milk, and like he can go anywhere he wants on the fucking scale.
Yeah.
He can be absolutely fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
He can be completely serious. He can be anywhere between there.
I've seen him more serious than anything, though.
Yeah. I think he has the ability. He's like, you know, some actors, they kind of, like we say, typecast and stuff. But I think he has the ability above that to do pretty much anything. And not everybody has the ability to go outside of what they're comfortable in, you know?
Right.
Shit. But
It's a method actor, so. Like,
Yeah.
Leo could do that. Like,
Is he a method actor? Sean Penn?
Leo? No, I don't think
I don't
Sean
think
is,
Sean
but
Penn,
Leo
but-
is for sure, and I think Val was a little bit
Christian
too.
Bale's a method
He
actor.
talks about that in the documentary
Huh.
because he would dive into, especially that role with for Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
Like he dove in.
They
that,
didn't
that was
expect him to do that. They didn't.
Well, he said, I was like, I'm gonna get this.
Well, he
role.
looked just like him.
It was perfect. It was
That's
a
what it
perfect
was.
fit, dude.
Uncanny.
It was a fucking perfect fit.
Because when they presented the idea to the guys, Manzarek and Densmore and Robbie Krieger.
I got to see Robbie Krieger live. Yeah.
Give me some of that power.
Yeah. I was like, dude,
That
I
guy's the
cannot.
best.
And then I also went to
have
Jim
to.
Morrison's grave in Paris, too.
Oh, that's right,
Yeah.
huh? Man, I gotta go do that too, bro.
Yeah.
He probably ain't in there.
It was like
Probably
10 a.m. and there was fucking two
He's still
hammered
alive.
punk guys just getting fucking hammered.
That's awesome.
And it was raining.
Punk guys?
Yeah, they were all in leathers. And I'm like,
Because, you know, if you think about it, the Doors really were kind of the first punk rock band, one of the first, at least, in a way. Not necessarily.
I don't think it was.
It was more about what they had to say.
I think it was more about what they had to say. I think
Yeah.
that was more.
Wasn't
punk.
the music
The music
style.
was definitely not punk rock.
Psychedelic kind of.
The music reminded me more of like,
times.
yeah, it was, yeah, the psychedelic.
Circusy.
Or
right?
Beach Boys type fucking. It was the West Coast style.
Yeah.
It was West Coast style at the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
pretty much.
SoCal shit.
Yeah, it was SoCal. I mean, that's where it all originated.
OG SoCal too.
Yeah.
Dude. I mean.
So that was the time of the music. But as being punk, I think it was more on a lyrical side than actually the music.
It was, yeah, exactly what they had to say, and the music. You know, punk is any genre is strange to say because there's so many things mixed in with it, and.
Well,
What,
you think about any music today, it came from something.
I think,
And then you think about back then,
It had to have. It doesn't even have a choice.
Yeah.
Like
that wasn't a thing until later because it came from something else,
Right.
Even back then, the blues came from something else.
Right,
Uh-huh.
right.
And so on, and it just keeps going back until music's origin, which
Which
arguably
we don't
could
even
be
know.
classical.
Yeah, we don't.
it could
We
be-
really don't know.
We
on
really
that
don't
side.
know.
the Egyptians were doing music, bro.
These are grandpa's guitars.
We're playing Merlin rock.
Yeah.
Merlin, grab your metal dome piece and pound it with a hammer.
Wizard glam rock.
Music for me, I think, really started with the voice because I guarantee nobody had instruments at the time. So
Absolutely.
So what you did was you would hum something that was in your head.
There was somebody that
It's
just
you were
thought
always
you're
using
totally
your voice.
right. It could have been hot cross buns for all we.
I know,
fucking
right? Yeah.
But it was.
They're doing blue
millions of
suede
years
shoes
ago.
way back in the day.
Millions
In
of years
caves.
ago.
And maybe that's why we're so naturally annoyed with it because we've heard it for so
God
fucking
damn,
long.
dude.
In ways, yeah, for sure. And I think that we also don't even know how long we know this shit for. Like, people give us this kind of like blanket line, well, 5,000 years ago we finally came out of the God. But I'm like, dude, haven't human beings been around for like a million, a couple million, few
Yeah, but
million years?
the reason why
we
they go off is that is
developed.
because the things weren't written down, and if they were,
Hablis.
we don't have it,
Yeah.
or we don't
Or
understand
we
it,
haven't found it yet.
or we
at
don't
least.
understand it.
Right. We couldn't if we did find it, right?
No, because you don't know.
Writing for it's only been less than 3,000 years.
Yeah.
Right.
History, so
Yes.
That's
That
what I'm
we-
saying,
yeah.
and that's why we
And
can only
that's
go back
just
so
stuff
far.
that-
shit now though that might be older
What-
though maybe. not,
Yeah.
but-
Yeah.
And if you
First
think about
scrolls
it-
were, well over 4,000 years ago
they
before
found
the
the Dead
Egyptians.
Sea Scrolls.
And
Right.
those were written in a language that they still couldn't even
But
decipher,
Right.
even-
let alone open.
They're like,
Because
this is an in and out menu. What the hell, dude?
That's for the animal style.
Yeah, animal style. I can read it right there. They're in symbols, though. I can't fucking understand the shit.
Here's the secret ingredient of the Krabby Patty.
If you have to ask,
That's
you
all
can't
they
handle
wrote
it.
down.
But no, I think that there's a gross underestimation of that time frame, and there's just some shit that couldn't survive past 2,000 years. Like,
Yeah.
if they're writing it, that's why they did it, carved it in stone a lot of the time, or in caves, is that it would be preserved, because they didn't have paper necessarily. At some point they didn't have paper, or even if they did, which they could have, they had the
May not have
permanent.
lasted very long.
And they knew paper wasn't, any normal human being take one look at paper and you're fucking, put some water on it.
Right. Yeah.
But
I wanted to get back. Let's finish let's finish up how you started playing music. 'cause we
yeah,
kinda
let's get on that.
deferred from that.
Thank you.
Movies kind of do that to
all
us.
kinds of
Fucking
stuff. But so,
Yeah.
like I said, that was the first. My dad always played records and had 8 tracks and stuff.
So he knew how to play guitar, though,
And
right?
he played, but he wasn't like hardcore about it. His art was always the paintbrush with the oil paints, man. And basically, as an only child, at some point you get bored with your Legos, and you're like,
and you can't swat anybody.
Yeah, right, exactly. And there at that time,
right, yeah,
it was different times.
Right, yeah.
We had to call your friend on the phone or go to the house.
So, but did he play? Did he know chords and the chord structures?
He
and
still
everything?
does. Yeah,
so did he teach you all that?
No.
So you just how'd you end up learning all that?
Just what I would do is I'd get bored, and like I said, he had his record player, so I knew how that shit worked.
Right.
Pretty early.
So did you just listen and then play your little record?
By ear, then.
It was by ear.
Yeah. One of the first, or I was like had ideas and didn't know how to really
structure them.
And I wasn't sure what they were.
Right.
Even.
Yeah.
Like
You're just going, this sounds
was even
good.
too far. Yeah. And like, yeah. And so basically, I would grab his guitar and I play like John Waite, "Missing You," or fucking Huey Lewis and the News, or try to like play the songs.
See, that's why I say you're an old soul.
Probably like 5 or 6.
It's not even our like our age. Nobody was doing that.
Nah, it wasn't common for people to do the shit that we did. Especially like, I mean, I think about your drum. Sleeping in the bass drum. I mean, I've seen cats do it, but I'm like, that's fucking really neat.
Yeah,
like that's a super cool story. But
it formed me to playing music, and
you just knew where to be in a way. It's sometimes too maybe where you as a kid you just
it was just that natural attraction to it.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't even know where it comes from.
No, it was just natural. It was
the only explanation is music has been around forever, and we've delved into it in previous times, and I don't think this all sticks to one body. I think it moves on. That's why we're talking about something like old soul. Is like some people are born with something a little different. Right. Not that it's nothing against anyone else, but
and it's not a bad thing either.
No, exactly. You get a gift, and if you're right, if you like recognize it, and you're also if you're supported with it, which my dad was incredibly supportive. Give me paper and pen. I draw this. I was drawing dinosaurs. Fuck, I was on I made like quarter for dinosaur drawings on the elementary school playground.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, people would be like, draw me a Stegosaurus. Yeah. And I'm like, give me fucking 50 cents.
I did that in high school. I remember I sold this one picture, and I wish I didn't. I drew cockroaches boxing. So I drew up the whole ring and 2
box roaches.
Yeah, it was box roaches. It was, yeah.
Not to interrupt.
But it was I thought it was the coolest thing. I sold it. No.
That's so sick. Yeah. But well, you wish you would have saved some shit, right? Don't
I
you?
do.
Like,
yeah.
I definitely have unfortunate relation to that problem, but you can't forget some things either. And my dad was he never told. He always said, "Son, you can do anything you want."
Right.
He wasn't that, and the funny part is he was raised by a crazy old Catholic woman.
Yeah, religion.
Who whipped him and my uncle with horse whips to punish him.
Yeah.
Until she got caught by one of her boyfriends, and he took her and fucking
whipped her with it.
Now that I look back at it, that's kind of sexual, but
yeah, I was like,
damn, Dad, that guy fucking walks in one night and catches her in the act whipping my dad, and fucking give me that fucking whip.
Yeah, right.
Takes the whip and fucking
right.
And
go to the barn.
This is how it feels, bitch.
Yeah.
Because they were like, they were down Oxnard somewhere. I don't know what the hell it looked like down there.
Right.
I don't know much about it. But, and then, when he had me, he told me recently on Father's Day. Father's Day just happened, right? So obviously got my dad, a new record player and, and a Moody Blues
Hell
record.
Yeah, dude.
Moody Blues.
That's me and Aida's. That's one of our wedding songs. It's actually Nights in White Satin.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. That's our wedding song. That's the one we danced to.
That's adorable.
I think that's one of the only Moody Blues songs that I truly know.
So you'll hear it on your wedding because that's the song we suggested.
Okay. Yeah. Because he's had it, you have to have it now, dude.
I think it's good luck.
I think it's
a great song.
It has
it's
a lot
deep
to
song.
say.
There's a lot. It's deep. It's a really deep song.
Yeah, and those guys are the shit. So we were hanging out.
Dude looks like a lady.
I was gonna go that way, but I was like, I could have come up with some really fucked up shit. I was like, that's what
she fucking hates me.
Yeah, right,
Did you guys hear that guy try to do Nirvana, man? Oh my god.
Oh, the Puddle of Mud guy.
You know what we did last night? We ended the show
with Puddle of Mud.
With Puddle of Mud, dude. They came in from the alley because they've been sleeping back there for a few years. You know, we didn't know they were over there, but you know, there's little nicks. No, I'm just kidding around. You know, nothing against them. I actually kind of have a little bit of soft spot for them, but we did. What's the song? Nirvana song. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
we did that song. Right. I'm afraid.
That's from the Nevermind album.
Yes, that's right. I don't care what's all. You know, it's like, man, it's so fun to play, and that's how we ended the show.
Nice. Yeah, how was the crowd? Was it good?
People showed up.
Yeah.
People are more obligated to show up now that they've had that shit taken away from them for a while.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
People are like, oh, this is really a real experience. We better go.
Yeah.
And we did, like, you know, we basically played our album, but we didn't get to the last song. It was just time frame. And also our bass player, Nando, he just didn't feel exactly comfortable playing that song for some reason. So when that's the case. That's okay.
Right. You move on.
You know, we take space and make time in between the songs to get weird and do
right. Yeah.
fucking freeze sound.
Doing some Pink Floyd shit.
Yeah, we had a Manly P all speech and all this shit. But yeah, so my dad was, you know, always really encouraging on that shit, man. And so it was easy. It was weird, but it was never difficult for me to figure out. Like, I mean, one of the first songs I remember, like, really learning is, believe it or not, that 3 Doors Down song, Kryptonite. And I was like, this song is fucking easy.
It is easy, yeah.
And then I was like, jumping
There's
in
other easy ones, too, that sound a lot better
Seven
than
Nation
that.
Army.
Sure, Seven Nation Army's great. Crazy Train, I learned
Smoke
that.
on the Water.
You know, Smoke on the Water, for sure.
Deep Purple.
Some Led Zeppelin. I'd sit back and I'm like 7 or 8, and I'm trying to play Stairway to Heaven, you know, on the acoustic guitar on a cassette tape.
Because you know you're going to hear that when you play live.
Yeah, and so I always, you know, had it there. It was always there, and I didn't, you know, my dad already had portraits of musicians when I was born that were already hanging. Like
right.
Hendrix and Morrison.
Yeah.
He did Marley before, and he did several
so you
Hendrix.
knew it was a thing.
Yeah, and I was like, there's something that, you know, I didn't really, like, get all obsessed with it till I got older, obviously, but I let it be. And looking back, I'm like, it was always there, and I don't know why. My dad even says, like, how the fuck did you learn how to play that?
Yeah. Boredom.
I didn't teach you that.
It was boredom.
Yeah, boredom for sure, dude. And just that artist blood, you know, that he has, that comes from somewhere deep, man. Because that guy, the way he puts together paintings, I don't even know if I could use.
Well, he also gave it to you, though.
Yeah, and I can draw anything, and I can basically, you know, like, there's a lot of stuff I can do. And so eventually, like, the skating kind of took that. You know, I would still play guitar if I wasn't out doing it at night before school, whatever.
Right.
Sometimes I'd play video games, but I really didn't even have video games till I was a little older anyway.
Yeah.
And so I never got distracted, and my dad was always like, get the fuck out of here. Go outside. Do something. But what happened was, I'd just sit out on the balcony behind the apartment and play his old black Harmony acoustic guitar, and I was making shit off of, you know, by the time we're talking about middle school, high school, I'm making shit up already that I don't even know if I'm playing. Like, I'm not even thinking about it, but when I look back, I'm like, I'm not even sure what the fuck this came from, but I thought of this, and I'm playing it. And, and, you know, it was always just, like, really, not that it's, I mean, I'm not saying I'm some great musician, but it just came easily to me. I'm just a really lucky person, in a way. If luck is a thing, if not, maybe I have something to do with it. But I think the skating took over for a little while, but music was always there, and it was always at least inspiring the skating, right? You know,
right.
And then once I had a gnarly injury after high school, and I was like, I'd become very, like, aside from Eternal Board Shop, which I love those guys.
Yeah.
Open up again, please.
Yeah.
And
not gonna happen.
Shout out to Sierra Nevada Skateboards, of course, too, because those guys are, you know, me and Milton, we're trying to keep it cool. You know? Just having skateboarding for people, accessible for kids, anybody, not fucking being cool guy.
Right.
Like, you wearing that today.
Right.
I'm gonna charge you more for this.
Yeah.
Or some bullshit like that.
Right. Yeah.
But in any case, the injuries kind of pushed me back into just I needed to do something to fill that.
That's where the music came in.
You know, and the music started really falling out of my ass. I mean, and I was really at the time the first.
They have Pepto for that.
Yeah. He drank too much. Actually,
you guys got a sponsor. You should get a sponsor. Pepto, Bismol. Isn't there a weird?
I'll take it.
Yeah. Perfect. That's all we need.
I need Altoids.
Flip it up. Altoids are good.
Well, so what's next for the band here?
Yeah.
I'm thinking
You got shows coming up? You want to promote your shows?
What is next? I think we're gonna do a benefit thing that hasn't quite been figured out. We've been spacing the shows out a lot, even since it got cool again. Because we were playing a fuckload of shows before the COVID, and I drew this beautiful flyer. We were gonna play with this band called Tres Leches at St. James Infirmary. And I drew this fucking rad flyer with a Tres Leches cake, all cartoony with the fucking dripping psychedelic strawberries and shit, and then bam, not gonna play the show. And I was like, fucking thank God I printed a few of those. But yeah, and so we were already ready to go to the studio by then. So
you got the album coming out.
Yeah, the album and then shows. We're gonna.
What's the album called?
That's a tough one. The art I sent you was named by my uncle, The Dreamer and the Dream. Which actually
do that and just put that as a cover.
I think so, and I don't even know if I want to put words on the cover at all. What do you guys think about that idea? Like, do you like seeing like album art when there's like it just says on the side on the CD?
That's
or whatever?
What I was gonna say. Put it on the side.
Yeah,
just leave the painting in the front.
Yeah,
because it leaves them guessing too.
Because I don't want to even.
It has them diving a little bit more deeper.
It's one thing to have it as if you're trying to, get a point across.
Yeah.
But it's another if it's like it's just a title
more
of the album.
It's an art piece. It's an art piece.
Well, yeah.
You don't need a title to an art piece.
You want the art to stand out, and you
let
just
them
want
make
the album actual name to just be what's the word I'm looking for?
Abstract.
Not necessarily an abstract, but not necessarily important, but there to kind of help identify.
Yeah,
just kind of a title. If people want to be like,
if somebody
that album.
If somebody
title it, it's just gonna.
You guys got your Rogic's pocket thesaurus.
Right. Yeah, where
pull one up. Got my thesaurus is when I think of a word, and I'm like, what other words mean the same thing?
I do that all the time.
The older I get, the more I do it too, dude. I'm reading books and shit, all this stuff. But so I'm kind of want to thank you for that. I appreciate that because it's good to hear you guys have a lot of experience, and I've got my experience, but I haven't done nearly as much stuff, so I really admire what you guys do.
I mean, I don't think you give yourself enough credit either, because you have done a lot, and
you're right.
And I mean, we've been in this scene for quite some time. So.
In multiple ways, too.
Multiple ways and different avenues and everything.
I appreciate that.
So that's why we love seeing that, and that's what we always take when we go do these podcasts. Is we don't stick to one different thing. Like, we want to talk to everybody.
Yeah, dude. I mean, bring it on. What are you talking about? What's going on?
Right.
And what do you have feeling where you're feeling good? Damn, that feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, because we're probably getting a storm in. I guarantee it.
Good. Damn, it's about time, dude. High
Bring
desert storms, motherfucker.
My raspberries need the water.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Well, you got a hose out back.
I did that this morning too.
Old school, man. I remember the fucking sprinklers would come on in the apartments me and Cameron lived in when I was a kid. I'd be out on the run down and put my shorts on, go run around in the sprinklers and shit.
I'd take a shower. I'd bring the soap and conditioner and shampoo.
Dude, hell yeah, dude. Wash your ass, just wait till no one's
I'm going
looking.
Beverly Hillbillies on this.
This is way better than the river.
Right,
yeah, man, this shit smells a little weird.
Oh, no, it was Dick and Jane.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, my bad, I kicked something. something down
Our
there.
collection of whiskey bottles, maybe. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Whiskey. Can I? Do you think you guys could get one of those things to try out?
I'll get you set up. Yeah.
Whenever, not right away, but whenever
I think we're almost getting down to the time here.
Yeah,
That's okay.
Let's do our.
I wasn't sure how
Mount
that
Rushmore.
works.
Let's do our Mount Rushmore.
What's that?
So our Mount Rushmore is our top 4 because there's the 4 heads on the Mount Rushmore, right? So what's the top 4 bands, artists, or combination of the two that have inspired you to do what you do musically?
Bands
Or artists.
I don't know what the fuck.
Because you could just say like it. You know, you could say, "Oh, that one guitarist from this band just made the difference." Not the whole band itself, but that one person.
Necessarily, yeah, exactly. Like a single character. Man, that's hard because I'd have like a lot of heads on that. That's a big ass Mount Rushmore for me.
I know, but you gotta
But
pick
if I
your
narrow
top.
it down to the 4, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Like the start, like what me, like, ooh, I'm gonna follow this. I love this.
Oh man, I have to say Cobain's gonna be on there.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was the first music video I saw that really like made me, like I was a little kid.
Yeah.
But I was seeing it on VH1 and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
And I was like, so Cobain will be there, because fuck, man, I just was like, what is this? And it's why do I love it so much? I don't understand. And I was a little kid, I didn't know. So Cobain is going up there for sure. I would say. Man, this is a tough one. We're going old school, though. Obviously, I would put either one or all of their faces combined into one. The Doors.
Okay.
But you could put Morrison up there as like it was just there, and it was like always there, and I'm like, why was that always there?
Right. Because it's the Doors.
How did that happen? You
Right.
know, like how did I wind up being in this particular situation with these fucking things here?
Right.
It's meaningful for some reason.
Right.
Still figuring it out. That's life, man. School of learning. Now, third, musicians. Let's think here. What was something? I would put one of those guys, Omar Rodriguez Lopez from the Mars Volta on there. Dude.
Really?
Because you could build a big cool afro around
Right,
it too.
yeah. You're just
But
like, I want to style
goddamn.
his hair. That's the only reason.
Damn, that guy's done some.
That'd be
crazy,
amazing, Mount
amazing
Rushmore. I
shit.
don't know how they would do that. That'd take a while.
It would, dude.
Chia. Just chia seeds.
Chia.
They just
all
put a
trees,
chia pet
yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
Chia.
Yeah.
I got a chia.
Layers of chia seeds.
Speaking of that, I have a chia Rick from Rick and Morty at home that I haven't grown on.
They still
yet.
make those?
Yeah, oh yeah, dude.
Shit, holy cow.
Yeah, those things are cool. I haven't used the seeds yet. They
Yeah.
look like they're from 1976,
Yeah.
but they probably work.
I kill cactuses. I can't have any.
I can't keep shit alive. My dad has got a green thumb, man. He's got vines. I feel like he maybe came to our place.
I've been to
once.
your house. I've
And
been
he
here
had the
at
vines
least-
all
yeah.
over the ceiling
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
and around the paintings,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's moved from that spot since then. But
Yeah.
but back to the
it was by
Rushmore.
Dilworth.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
close to Dilworth, not too far.
So you're 4th now.
Fourth. Wait, so fourth. I'll say Cobain,
Cobain,
Morrison, Rodriguez, Lopez. Man, I'm having an instinct. Right, I don't know if it's right, but Santana, man.
Ooh.
Santana touched us, man. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
there's a part in one of the songs called Summer Days.
Yes.
Oh, did you guys like this one?
I did.
Dude,
yeah.
remember when we went on that trip to Lake Tahoe?
Yeah.
Back in the day, not too long ago, but we were Joel and Junior and everybody.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We went, Ari was there, a bunch of people.
There, yeah.
And I couldn't drink because I had just gotten out of jail for that no, actually, I had another issue before that. With it. But anyways, I shouldn't talk about that, but it teaches you a lesson if you're right about it.
No, you should. Yeah, we
But-
have a lot of that actually on here.
Yeah, I mean, it's happened, and it makes you kind of really
Learn.
appreciate life.
Yeah.
And in
Yeah.
any case, I was really appreciating life, albeit I couldn't smoke weed,
Yeah.
I couldn't drink,
Right.
but I add, a pack of Primetime cherries.
Hell yeah, dude. I went into Primetime.
I fucking blame the jail system for getting me into the tobacco shit because I never smoked until I was like almost 27, 26, maybe 27 or 28 even.
Yeah.
Maybe even later than that. I'm not sure. But
I bought a pack of Primetimes the day I turned 18.
Yeah, I did that. Man. I did that too. I was actually
the cherry ones, and the grape ones, they're pretty good.
No, cloves. I was smoking
cloves. I smoked a lot of those for a while too.
Cloves for fucking days.
I still love cloves every once in a while.
Those things are still making me cough today.
Yeah. That's what they say. Yeah, cloves are gonna kill you.
Yeah, no, you're right. Cause this shit.
Yeah, but that song is about that because there's a part where I'm like, what's the verse? And if it's without the music playing, it's hard to think. You guys ever have that problem?
Yeah.
But heel to toe through the sand on the beach, reaching up for the sun, melting down into me, and I was like, kind of like. Some of the lyrics are referring to that I was sitting up there on that rock with y'all, and it was like a weird rock balcony.
Yeah, it was weird.
Wasn't that neat?
Yeah.
And I was like seriously tripping, and I was like not hard, but enough.
Right.
And I was the trees were walking up the mountains.
Right.
They were like, and they just kept going. I was like, what the fuck? And so that song comes directly from that experience. Wow. Actually, and there's a lot of Spanish. Like I speak Spanish in it.
Yeah.
El aturdimiento de verano, which means the summer days or something of that. That I studied it and tried to figure out how to say it right, and asked people that speak the language, of course, because I'm like, I looked this up and they say this, but what do you think? And Nando's Hispanic, so and Travis just knows. Like, I don't know, I'm getting off the subject. We got to put that last Rushmore up. But, anyways, yeah, so.
Your last was Santana.
Oh, right. Okay, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Right, sometimes I think I didn't do it. And it's like, I have dreams about this shit. Sometimes I'm like, you lost your wallet, and you're looking around in your dream for it, and you're, fuck, man, I'm getting fucking whipped. This is weird, man. And then you have
do that, but it's never a dream. It's just my daily routine.
It happened to me
more.
Where's
my keys? Where's my wallet? Dude, I need my phone.
Dude, on that level, yes, I agree. I have had that like more often in real life than in a dream. To be honest,
it's funny, because that was one of the jokes I always bring. I was like, I can't remember what happened 5 minutes ago, but I could I could remember everything that happened like 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
Right? Isn't this fucking crazy, dude?
I had that conversation with my dad on Father's Day too. And I was like, hey, he was like, you don't remember that? I was like, I remember everything about that. I remember the smells. I remember what was going on at the time. I remember locations. He's like, no, you don't. And I'll tell him the whole scene. He's like, how the fuck do you know that?
So this is exactly the same shit I had on Father's Day with my dad. It's like, he's like, son, thank you for helping me remember. Yeah. And then you wind up being shocked at the shit they remember from back. I'm like, Dad, what about before the freeway around here? And he's like, oh man, it starts going off.
Yeah.
That was late 60s.
Right.
So
we had 2 roads.
Yeah, fucking.
That was it.
There was a whole block of houses
McCarran
there.
and 4th. That's it.
That's right. And McCarran didn't go all the way around.
No,
it was a horseshoe.
It was
big ass horseshoe.
Yeah, horseshoe.
Funny enough.
Wasn't connected.
No.
And so you gotta figure that out, then, motherfucker.
Right. Going on this dirt road.
Damn, the houses where the freeway was and on Victorian and shit like that, like. John Esquaga blew it when he was like he pushed his way through.
That's his son ended up doing that.
Right. He pushed his way into having that freeway go through the middle of town, and before McCarran reached that far, they were considering that as the route for the freeway, which would make a little more sense, honestly.
Yeah.
And you know what that caused? Just that, it's convenient. I'm not trying to. I wasn't here.
You guys remember Big Bertha?
Oh,
Big Bertha, yeah, the elephant,
The elephant that they had, yeah.
Bertha and her baby Angel.
Yeah.
Bro, Bertha and Tina before that.
Yeah, you're right, dude.
Before that,
shit, yeah. Fuck yeah.
I remember doing the parades when I was in elementary school and fucking seeing those elephants. I was like, who the fuck has elephants in goddamn Reno, dude? I was like, who's bringing out the tiger, dude?
MGM had the fucking lion.
That's right. Back when it was still MGM, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't remember
before
that.
Before it was Bally's, before it was whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Bally's, the Reno Hilton, fucking Hilton, now whatever the hell it is.
What is it?
GSR.
GSR.
Jizzer.
Yeah. Every time I think of Bertha, I always think of fucking when she died. Right.
Oh, yeah.
And my grandpa made the fucking joke of, "You want to go hit up the buffet over at the Nugget?
Oh, fuck that guy.
They're serving some Bertha over there." I'm like, God damn it.
Well, it's better that we at least let her become a part of us.
For the buffet. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Me and my grandma would go eat lunch there almost every week, dude.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. It was good. I had good times there.
Yeah.
They had that pure gold rooster. I was in display and down there too.
Oh, so cool.
Golden cock.
Yeah, the golden cock. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, check out my cock. It's gold.
Check out my golden cock, baby.
Gold.
Hey, baby, we're gonna go down on a
I'm gonna
trip.
save that one for later.
I'm going for a trip to see my golden,
skin box.
my golden cock, baby. We're going there. But yeah, and I mean, I love that place. I mean, it's always been there since I was alive. And then they built the second tower. We were around for when they built the second tower. But
all three of us, yeah.
All three of us, right? All three of us. It sounds like this guy knows his shit too. I don't know.
He knows more about Japan than fucking Reno.
Fair enough. That's actually cooler. Congratulations on that. Now
he's actually a Marine.
Dude, this place is just the history. I go to the museums and shit. I fucking check it out. I live up in that old, what it's called, Little Italy back in the day, up above Whitaker Park with the downhill edge. And the big red handrail. Travis 50'd and back in the day. 50'd the front lip. Shout out Travis Prange.
Yeah,
Dr. Travis.
Dr. Trav, dude.
Love you, dude. But yeah, and so it's fascinating, bro. That shit is up there. It used to be Pub and Sub was the grocery store.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
You guys are fucking on it, dude. This is a good time right
now. That whole area, dude. That whole area.
Yeah. And luckily, most of that area has maintained its, because it was a lot of lots at one point, but a few houses. Our little house is in an alley, and it's behind, it used to be the caretaker's shack.
Oh, okay.
The apartments in front of it, which is actually an apartment
where that park is, where the ledges and stuff is.
Yeah, like a little up the hill in Ralston.
Okay.
Between Bell Street and Washington over here, and then Ralston, and we're like in this little alley behind Bell Street here.
Yeah.
And it's like a house from the 30s at least. And the apartment building been converted. It was a mansion basically back in the day, and they used it to house divorcees up in the hills and stuff.
Oh, must have been packed.
Yeah. And what did you say just now?
It must have been packed.
Yeah, I bet it was at that time, man. There was probably a ton of places at that time, and there were houses all over. Like at that time, there were still neighborhoods down there where 4th and 5th and 6th. You know what I'm saying? Like
all that was old Reno.
There's an elementary school right there on fucking the corner of Washington Street and 5th Street called Mary S. Doughton Elementary School, and it was part of that Spanish Revival architecture, right? That we're talking Mount Rose, legendary Mount Rose handrail, right?
Oh yeah, that's where I broke my arm.
I know, dude. You fucking, I can't believe you even tried it.
Yeah.
You blew my mind on that, dude, because I'd never seen anyone go like for that trick particular. That's a gnarly trick to go for on a long handrail.
Yeah, it was.
Smell the rain.
I know.
Good,
I told you guys.
Dude.
I told you guys it's fucking raining.
The rain is coming, baby.
Thunder, some rain, some lightning.
Smelling
we're gonna get it.
Smelling some good shit.
Oh, hey. So back that park that's by
Whitaker, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it used to have this big old rocket ship type thing. Remember, it was full metal. It was like 2 stories high. They pulled it.
Really?
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
A long time ago.
Trying to remember. Were you a little guy?
It had to have been at least a decade ago.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Even only a decade ago?
Yeah.
Fuck. Maybe I did. I probably saw it.
You guys haven't seen one when you were a kid.
Yeah. Because
my parents used to take me there.
That's cool, man. I love that old park, and you know what it's called?
Are we hitting time? Are we getting the signal?
We're 2:12. I'm worried about the internet crashing when the power.
The power's gonna hit here soon.
Last time we had this kind of weather, it was a.
Yeah. Let's close this out.
Sure, man.
I mean, we could talk. We'll have you on here again.
What do you do?
We'll get the rest of the band on here too.
Yeah, we'll have the whole guys on here.
Yeah, I'd love to get everybody on here.
We played last night, so it was just,
we know how it is.
And Travis was tired as fuck too, so he needed to sleep. He works at Tesla.
Tell him to quit being a little pussy.
Yeah, quit working in fucking.
Dude, I was up at work at 2:00 in the morning. And then I came here.
Dude, you're a different breed, though. You're not. No, but Travis is a tough guy. He's handling it well.
I know. I'm just fucking with you, Travis. Don't fight me.
He's going to love you when he meets you.
Yeah.
Totally.
But Glynn, thank you so much for being on here. And again, thanks to, Post-Humous for, given what you guys do, because I love your guys' music. I love the way you guys vibe and the way that you guys take it. It's humbling, to hear a band like you guys come out and play music for the music.
Yeah.
And that's another aspect of what we do and why we do it.
Yeah.
And so thank you for being here. Appreciate your time, and obviously we got
thank you guys.
So we got a cheers to send it off. So
I love you guys.
Glynn, thanks
Great
for being
time.
here today.
Can't wait to be back.
And to all of you who watched the video, thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next week for episode 23. Tune in, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit up all of our socials. Like, subscribe, follow. You know the drill. We'll see you next week. Thank you.
Peace.